Hello! Wow, I'm back. It's really true. Oh, that fade out came out at a really weird time. So I don't know if anyone's watching yet, or if anyone will ever watch, but I'm here. I'm back. I'm so excited. I became unemployed, kind of. I quit my job, and I become self-employed, as it were. And now I'm a video editor. And because of that huge mix-up, I have not been able to stream, and I'm really excited to just be able to kind of get back to what I want to do. Which is just be able to talk about things I like and play games I want to play and feel like I'm doing something fun. And I hope that people will enjoy it too, because otherwise I'll be doing a lot of talking to myself. But I'm going to be having my friend John MercuyFalcon, that's his full legal name, coming on to talk as we do art and stuff a bit later. He's watching some clan ad right now, very important business. So I'm going to be playing a bit of Omori to kind of just start things out and go from there. So I'm getting all my stuff back up after cleaning all the rust off of everything that's been going on. In fact, I should probably switch over to... Yeah, that should work. Let's see. We can get rid of the ruler here. Yeah, that looks cleaner. Alright, and let's see if I can't get my chat windows up so I can see if anyone ever happens to chat. There we go. Perfect. There we go. All right. Well, yeah, it looks like we don't have much going on right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and hop into it because I want to. Let's see if I can turn off this music here and pull up Omori. Man, it's been so long. I probably should have like done some catch up before I jump right back into this. But you know, no, I think I remember most. See what happens. Now, is it going to pick up the game? Because it should pick up anything full screen. Oh no. It changed the resolution of everything. Alright, it's all good. It's all good. All good. Something like that, right? Fine. Okay. And I'm clicking off of it so it stops the music. Great. But I think the full screen game should have its own audio, so I don't need to put my desktop audio as well. How's that? Seems like it might be a bit quiet. Let's aim for around there. All right. We got Omori here. Now, I have been enjoying this, and I almost got spoiled on something because I think I just saw something on Twitter, and I don't remember exactly what it was. I feel like I'm very good at compartmentalizing these bits of information. I'm like, oh, that's a spoiler. I'm going to make sure I don't remember that. And if somehow it works, I guess I've just trained my brain not to think about things, which can be a blessing and a curse, but, you know, mostly a blessing, because then I can just, like, think about whatever I want to think about. I don't have to deal with... Why do I keep clicking off of this? It's not a good idea. All right, so I'm going to get drink some water real quick so I don't destroy my throat, as I am talking a lot more than I usually do in my day-to-day life. Man, I am now a full-time video editor. And I have to do less talking than ever since I don't have to do those crappy 9-to-5 job. Like, we have daily meetings in my old 9-to-5 job where we just had to get all in a call together and compare our metric scores of how well the stuff we were doing overall in the company. And it sucked because you just had to go one by one and say, hi, my name is Ben, I'm an alcoholic, and these are all my numbers for yesterday. And this thing's happening here, and I'm going to work on this, and this happening here, and I'm going to work on that, and that's my day. And none of it is revelatory information. And also, they don't appreciate when I start off with I'm an alcoholic because, first of all, I'm not. They don't appreciate funny jokes there. But overall, it was just not a fun experience. It's just that kind of like mind draining type of work, kind of office experience. That, man, it wasn't terrible, but it just wears you down, especially since I worked there for over 10 years, you know? And now I'm now kind of just experiencing life on my own terms, and it's a bit scarier because I don't know exactly where all my money will come from it on a week-to-week basis, but so far so good. I managed to get a couple of clients to edit for, so that's really exciting for me. I won't be going broke immediately. But it also affords the opportunity to be more ready to stream. I need to stop clicking off of the game. And that's what I'm going to be doing. Boring jobs are great. I have one. Yeah, well, lucky you. Being unemployed is a lot cooler. I've been seeing a lot of memes about that. That's why I jumped on the trend and became unemployed. I'm level 8 in this one. Yeah, so I'm just going to play until John gets here. I can't tell what you said because it's censored, but I think it says job. Man, that's so loud to me, but it's not looking like it should be too loud for the stream. I might need to adjust it just for my end. So give me a sec while I pull up my mixer. Volume mixer. Let's change Omori to like 50%. Even that's a bit loud for me. Are there in-game sound settings? There is. Okay, that should be better. And then I'll just up it for the stream volume. Perfect. Okay. It was loud for me, Truth. It was loud for me. I know you don't care about my feelings, but it should hopefully be good for you now too. Wait, what's this 2x screen resolution? I want more resolution. Oh, I guess I'm not allowed to. Okay. Well, fine. Okay. So I do remember traveling through a garbage bin. I remember some space pirates that I need to help out because I think one of them got dumped. I do remember that there's a lot of bad vibes going on for Omori. And Aubrey is always getting angry at Kel because Kel's always seeking her attention. He is definitely just poking her because he wants to get attention, no matter what kind it is. It's very childish behavior, and I will not condone it. And Hiro just seems like pretty chill. He's just a good support. And Mari is our Omori's sister. And she hopes that we're all enjoying ourselves. See, Omori cleaning has its benefits. Yup, I need to set an example for my sometimes messy little brother. Am I messy? I don't think I'm messy. Clean up all this chicken. Got him. Okay. But that heals me. Okay, so that's just the ba-ba-da-ba-ba heal. That's the ba-ba-da-ba-ba heal. Got it. Okay. Let's see if I remember this battle system. Kel is digging through the trash, finds a rubber band. Nice. Okay. Okay. Oh, bread slice. I don't remember this. I don't remember any of this. This sucks. And I don't remember any of that, so I'll just do this. I do know I typically wanted to try and annoy Aubrey, just because that was kind of the pattern I was falling into. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey! No, I'm not gonna look at anyone. I'm not gonna call anyone. I'm gonna wait to use that. Okay. I don't even remember what Bread Slice did. But Aubrey's angrier, which means she'll do more damage. And, I wonder if I can just keep making her more and more mad. And then I'll just attack that. There we go. Oh, using Bread Slice gets me bread. Okay, that's what the Steam notification told me. I assume it was elsewhere, but I have a hard time paying attention to all the different elements as they flash across the screen. Alright. Man, Aubrey, you're not looking too happy there. Hey, but she's happy now. Everyone's happy. That's good. Kel grew to level 6. Hero grew to level 7. Yeah, I remember Kel fell really far behind because he kept getting knocked out. Got dead batteries. Nice. I should probably check what those are. Snacks. That's where dead batteries would be. Okay. Dead batteries have like 10 calories to them. They're good snacks. I don't know why they're not in the snacks pocket. Give to a recycling machine for 20 clams. Okay. But I want that watermelon. Got a starfruit soda. Nice. Oh. Okay, one of them's already pretty sad. So what if I make him more sad? It's the perfect crime. Press shift to switch sides. I don't know what shift is on my controller. I'm just pressing shift on my keyboard to figure that out. What if I make Omori happier? Oh no, the mixtape can't get any sadder. Are you okay there, mixtape? You can do it! Okay, so I need to... I'm just gonna attack. I'm gonna pep talk Omori, because Omori feels like he just kind of needs it at this point. I'll get... So the drinks restore my juice, I remember. And the actual food items restore health. Okay. Doing good. I think. Nice. Not nice. Call Kel. Because I don't want Kel to keep getting knocked out. And I guess I'll just, I'll pep talk Omori again. Why not? At some point, I'll remember what all the emotions do. Maybe I'll need to just... And I love the expressions on these. Like, Omori being manic is just like the perfect amount of disconcerting, and it's like a small change from the ecstatic expression. I really appreciate that. I love the little expressions on these cartoony characters. Yeah, let's cook for Omori. Use a killer? I think you can be manic without being a murderer. That's just, maybe that's a hot take, but I think it's perfectly fine to be manic and a little creepy sometimes. Let's eat some chicken. Is this the Dark Souls rule where it's... Oh, up. Okay, good. I'm loving it. All right. Be manic without being a murderer, but he's a murderer. You don't know that. You haven't played this game. You got a computer part. Nice. What's that for now? Is it toys? Computer part. Oh, it's recycling material. Cool. Okay, yeah, everyone has overworld abilities. I'm remembering that now. Ooh. All of this inside of a warehouse. Kick. Over. Over. Well, I'm glad you're having a nice conversation, but can you, like, move? All right. Let's see. Glass bottle. I'll assume that's recycling material as well. Bubble wrap. That's got to be a toy, right? I'm not seeing it. Is it a snack? That would be awesome. No. Is it important? Am I missing it? Whatever. Let's read the emotion chart once more just so I'm a bit more caught up. Okay, sad is strong against happy. Happy strong against angry. Angry is strong against sad. Defense up, speed down. Some more damage to heart and wait. Some damage to heart becomes damage to juice. I remember that. Luck, speed, and hit rate go up when happy. So it's like to get more consistent, I guess, is happiness. And angry is to get attack up and defense down. That's just to go glass cannon mode. And sad is to be more defensive. Okay. I remember the general like vibe of what they were meant to do because it just kind of matched what it was supposed to would feel like, but ow, what gives? Well, what do you know? There's a weak point on its head. I can recognize one of those anywhere. Let's try throwing something at it. I'm sure that'll work. Okay, let's throw something at it. That platform there looks like a good place to throw from. Tag me, I got this. All right. This one, yeah. No, come on. Aha. I forgot the picture thing. That's cute. Oh, okay. Well, just one. I thought it was going to be like a whole battle. Yeah, Kel can be pretty strong even though he's underleveled. Good to know. Okay. Let's there. Yeah. Got a rubber band. Nice. Got a can. Nice. Poetry book. Ooh. I want to see what the... Ooh, is that an equipment? Because that seems like something that would go great for Oh, Bubble Wrap's equipment. Defense +3. Oh, okay. Useless in battle. What have I got on? Cotton Ball. Bubble Wrap. Okay, Cotton Ball helps with speed. Omori seems like he'd benefit from defense. Or actually, maybe I should give this to Kel, since Kel's the one always taking damage. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Secret hidden rare candy? No? Okay. Okay. Kel is digging through the trash. Didn't find anything. Damn. All right. So, still hard for me to decide what the best motion stuff is. So I'm just going to annoy. I can annoy myself, right? I need to figure out who has the best attack so I can figure out what skills they best benefit from. But that's fine. I'll figure that out as I go. I'm just going to try to keep this a bit casual, and hopefully the game won't be too hard without me fully understanding its deep and complex systems. Okay. Yeah, I seem to be doing fine. Just kind of like attacking most of the time. Okay. Let's see if I can... Oh, there we go. Found a granola bar, and Kel is finally catching up a bit. Nice. Okay. No digging through trash. Let's see. Which way would be the progressing way? Oh, okay. There's a lot of stuff going on. Ooh. A doohickey? My favorite type of thingamajig. Okay. Doohickey. See, I can't tell what type of item it will be just by knowing it's a doohickey. Maybe an equipment? Comet hammer? What a lucky find. I don't know what that means. Well, I don't know where the doohickey went, but I'll find it eventually. Okay. Yep, cheese wheel, of course. Should have seen it coming. It's no good, I can't even dent this thing. Yeah, you can't dent a cheese wheel that big. Hold on a sec. This is cheese, isn't it? Whoa, you're right! It is cheese! Okay guys, hear me out. This might sound crazy, but what if we smacked it with a baseball bat? Yeah, the other thing. If we all start now, we could probably finish this in a couple hours or so. Just a warning though, cheese gets me kind of gassy. Ew, Cal! Wait, was that it farting? Oh my god! I sound very fake right now. I am so understated in the way I talk. Oh, I probably skipped that dialogue. I'm getting all this in my own head. I think I may have the perfect solution. Tag me, Omori. I know just how to handle this. All right. Let's do that then. Yeah, I should probably just try to stay more natural. That's I'm just gonna be me. Of course it's gonna be a hamster that eats the cheese. Why didn't I think of that? Is it EMS or EMS? Hello friends, it's me, EMS, the hungry hamster. The humble hungry hamster. Should have been a cow there. Oh wow, is this all for me? What a treat. How did you know cheese is my favorite? I don't have to guess. Is it EMS? Is it? I don't know. This is one of the games where they capitalize all the names and I haven't noticed yet. Ems? Everything is your favorite. Everyone, this is Emily. Oh, okay. So it is Ems. This is Emily the hamster, but I just call her Ems. I just call her EMS. The electromagnetic signal. Everyone, this is Emily the... Oh, I just read that. Oh my god. You know what to do, Ems. I sure do. Be done in a jiffy. So it would take like 4 kids a couple hours to eat, but that hamster. How does all of that even fit in her body? It's me, I try not to think about it. That was incredibly satisfying. If you're ever in need of a giant cheese eating services again, you know who to call. Goodbye, friends. I reversed right out of here. Okay, that was weird. Oh, is that a little guy? Alright. This seems like progression then. I want to go back because it feels like I missed a couple of funny things. Hey. Alright. Nope, didn't find anything. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack and attack. I'm gonna annoy myself, why not? And attack. Yeah! Okay. Okay, just heal a couple hearts for Kel. Omori's party was victorious, gained 124 XP and a bunch of clams, and Omori go to level 9, you were go to level 8, and learned Charm. Okay, let's see what that does. Life Jam, nice. Alright, now what's up these ladders? No secret doors. Ooh. Push the car and find a Mew underneath. Okay, looks like Omori can do these. Yeah! What do I do with this again? I got the D! Nice, okay. I forget what the keys do, but I assume once I collect enough of them, it'll spell something, or let me type something cool. Type in all the swear words I want into this game. Alright. Alright, let's see what Charm does. Oh, okay. Draws their attention. He aggroes them. Oh no, everyone's speed's going down. Okay. But, yeah. Let's see if I can also just heal up Aubrey a little bit. This is just like a very fun and bouncy battle theme. Like, I know there's like a lot of my favorite battle themes and these kind of things are bouncy, or are like fun and upbeat. Like, I kind of like just the Pokemon battle themes just being like, yeah, this is just fun. It's not truly focused on just like cool action combat, but this is definitely on the far end of, oh, this is just kind of like very pleasant. This is just for having fun. Which makes sense for the rest of the tone of the game so far. Except for that one spooky, scary searching the house bit, and the fact that Omori's probably dead or something. Ooh, popcorn. Wardrobe. A chifforobe. A bureau. Nothing? No. I mean, the anger strat, Ice, is like the one I can most comprehend, because it's just like, okay, attack goes up, damage, or defense goes down. I'll use that to get more damage and focus on healing them when I need to. The rest of it's just like, happiness is better for like luck and accuracy, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm missing my attacks and stuff. Ooh, binoculars. So, ooh, sparkler. Alright, let's see if we can look through our pockets and check on that. I feel like there's just like so many things in this game, and I'm like trying to keep up and remember everything. Poetry book. Oh, sad words strung together inflict sad on a frog. Okay, that makes sense. Oh yeah, here's the doohickey. Not sure what this is. It's for TV Girl. Oh yeah, that secret, the secret character that I found. You want to sit here with your friends? I don't know. That seems kind of lame. Oh yeah, theory crafting. Well, okay, so I remember from last time that oh, the moon looks like gigantic from here. I'll see if I can dredge this up from my memory as this scene's going on. This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. But there's so much litter around. How can you say it's beautiful? Aubrey, don't be such a wet blanket. Look at things on the bright side. You know what I always say? You just gotta wake up and smell the roses. You don't always say that. So the moon is looking very sun-ish and is also extremely close. So that might be a little bit dangerous. I don't know how that affects the tides of this planet. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? There's great food, but no atmosphere. Oh, I don't think Omori liked that. It's always good to have some jokes on hand. If only you had a joke book to write them down in. Oh, I guess that's an item I should look for? But, okay, so Omori's black and white. I noted that all the enemies become black and white once they've been defeated, which is why I started thinking, oh, okay, Omori's this, is like dead or about to die or something like that. This is clearly some sort of like childlike fantasy world that has been developed by these friends. Or maybe it's all developed by Omori, and Omori's the only one who exists amongst them. I don't think I've come across any other like evidence to really develop my opinion on anything. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to dredge everything up from how long it's been. Yeah, because look, every time they're attacked, they go gray. Also, I guess the emotion mechanic is, I mean, it's definitely interesting that it's got a whole battle system based around emotions. That seems very blatant as far as like core thematic writing. And the fact that their natural states are Omori being sad seems like it's definitely going to go some dark places. Aubrey makes everyone happy, so that seems pretty cool. Hero just heals and supports. Is there an emotion associated with Hero? Because Kel makes everyone mad by annoying them. Yeah, and Hero stands out as particularly interesting because Hero obviously is just like a term used for protagonists and people who... Like, it's also like people who save others, but it's just like it feels like helping someone else in the way that he does is not often qualified as a term hero. So that name has so far been a bit of a mismatch with him, and I feel like there's going to be something revealed about that. I feel like either he's got a huge place of importance with Omori, who actually is like considered like a savior or something to him. I mean, it could just be a name, but I kind of doubt it. I feel like there's probably a lot of hidden meaning within names like that. Especially when they're just that blatant about it. How are we supposed to find anything here? There's just way too much junk. Wait, were we looking for something? Yeah, were we looking for something? Remind me, Aubrey. Oh! At long last, I finally found it. After countless hours of digging and digging, this is a one-of-a-kind, ultra-exclusive special mixtape finally belongs to me. Rosa, the #1 sweetheart fan in the world. With this one-of-a-kind addition to my collection, I will finally surpass all those lame posers out there. Wait. Oh no. This special mixtape. It smells like doo-doo. Sniff, sniff. Oh no. I smell like doo-doo. Hold on, did she say she found a special mixtape? That's what we've been looking for. Okay, yeah, I tried. Yeah, I think there was like, were we trying to get a mixtape so that we can get her ex out of bed, who's the space pirate captain? Let's go get it. I can hear everything you're saying, you know. Just as I suspected, owning something so valuable is already getting me in trouble. Oh, what's the matter? Are you jealous? This special mixtape is mine. I'll never give it to you. Not now, not ever. Hey, we didn't come all the way out here for nothing. If you don't give us a special mixtape, we'll have to take it by force. Such savage behavior. Violence never solved anything, you know. Humph. I'm much too refined for this nonsense. Farewell, peons. See you never. Wait, come back here. Hurry, Omori, after her. We can't let her get away. I think we can probably afford to wait a little bit of time. I'm just going to grab some water. Your theory crafting the earliest section of the game is very funny. Well, I assume that means it's on par or on point in some funny way. But I don't even remember what that was, so that's fun. You'll never catch me, stick legs. Okay, that's just like offensive. I don't think you should be hurry, Omori, after. We need a special mixtape, but I wanted the ladder. I want to go up the ladder. I want to get the item. All right, what if I go this way? Got a can, nice. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. Nope. Okay. Okay. It's cool. No, it's cool. It's cool. Come back. I feel like I'm chasing down like a cat or something that doesn't want to interact with me. Still no hidden rare candy. Oh, I know how to deal with this now. Hey, yeah. Nice. Got a whatchamacallit. Okay, nice. Got a computer part. Nice. I see you're keeping yourselves busy. I hope you all have a fun adventure. If you're ever feeling weary, don't forget you can always rest up at my picnics. Big sister is always prepared. Mari. Mari's Omori's big sister? Interesting. Let's save real quick. Gonna eat a big old chicken again. I was ready that time. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, but I'm not supposed to cross that. Oh no! How do I? What do I do? Oh, 404. Heh. That's the funny weed number. I'm joking. Don't get mad at me. What's with her? Hey, Rosa, can you hear us? Huh? Wonder why she isn't responding. Let's take a closer look. But I'm not supposed to. Oh, I crossed it. I didn't know the tile went that far down. Oh no, I'm frozen now too. Attack.omo is completed. I'm just finding a window. Okay. Well, everyone knows that the best way to troubleshoot in Windows is to you got to make it happier. Otherwise, if you don't reassure it, it's going to get really angry and stop working. So, pep talk, the window, and also going to annoy. Let's annoy Omori, see if we can get more damage out of him. Okay. All right. The window's at 99%. Yeah, that's to be expected. Rebound. Deals damage to all foes. I guess I don't really need to do that because it's only one foe, and I assume it's less damage in exchange for hitting everyone. Charm and draw the attention, but I don't think that's even necessary. Okay. Yeah. Still at 99%, okay. Any fun toys I can use? Man. Oh, the description at the top, good, okay. Reduces speed, reduces their defense, let's do that. Yeah. Okay. Oh no! Ooh, Jesus. Why is it doing so much to everyone? That's not cool. Oh, Omori didn't succumb. That's interesting. See that beeping there, that's obviously, he's dying, he's in a coma. Stop him from dying. Someone help him. Okay, so what can I do to heal everyone? Is there a snack that we can share? Can we share ramen? Can we share... Oh, popcorn's like a shareable snack. I wonder if that... Nope. Okay. Man, everyone's just not doing good, so I feel like I just need to kind of heal up. Yeah. What if I... Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna... have some tofu, and I'll just have some... Oh, tofu only does 5. Can I undo that? Yeah. Granola. And... Can I... 75%. Can I cook for myself? Yeah, okay. Oh, popcorn is a shareable! Okay, I should have probably just read that. You know, I'll get better at reading as I go. It takes time to learn how to read English, I hear. Still at 99% though. But it's gonna turn over any minute now. Yeah, it still seems to be going good. And skill, let's cook for Omori. It's the perfect strategy. Yeah, look at that. Doing good. Everyone's at full health, so I don't need to cook again. That's nice. Oh, I did miss what it said. It was a dull attack. I don't know what caused that. Oh no! Oof. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have Omori being so angry because that. Oh yeah, if Omori goes down, I lose. Well, that was a smart fight on my part. Yeah, I think I wanted to retry that a little bit. Okay, so this time I'm going to be really smart and cool, right? So what I'm going to do is actually... maybe if I... make... so Aubrey has the most health, so I assume she's the most defensive, generally. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to make Omori more defensive. And Aubrey more offensive. And then I'm going to make him more sad. And I'm going to counter guard, counter alpha. Target Aubrey for one turn. He attacks. I don't think I need to worry about that. Okay, I'll just attack. Yeah, I'll just attack. I am not 100% sure what else I should technically be doing. I remember this one gets me an extra attack, so I'll just do that. There we go. Okay. Yeah. See, this time I'm doing great, probably. Alright, let's see what happens. See, everyone survived this time! Nice! Okay. I'm doing better now. I'm really smart and cool now. Honestly, I feel like Omori can keep going. Aubrey probably needs to just be brought back to full health. Or something close to it, at least. Oh yeah, bread. I can use bread slice to just get more of that healing item, I guess. And I'll just have a candy. And he can cook for himself. Hehehe. Okay. So now Omori can keep attacking. Aubrey can keep attacking. Yeah, I'd say Kel is good to keep attacking. And Hero's definitely good to go. So maybe I could have Hero heal up Kel a little bit more with this extra action here. Yeah. Oh, it's at 99%. It's so close. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's nearly gone. Or is its health going to be at 1%? Is my damage going to be at stuck at 99%? Oh, no. I guess that's good. It seems to have crashed my battle UI. Alt F4? Is that the hidden secret cheat code that I should use? That's what Steam's reward system is telling me. I can never remember the term for achievements. What just happened? Who cares? We gotta take back that special mixtape. Take it back. We're just stealing it off this person. Off of Rosa. Thank you for reminding me. Oop. You took the special mixtape from Rosa. Oh, what in the world? Hey, that's mine. Give it back. No way. It's Finders Keepers. We're putting this back in the Space Boyfriend's boombox. Space Boyfriend. That's his name, yeah. Where it belongs. Space Boyfriend, you say? Oh, you ignorant child. Haven't you heard the latest news? I have a very reputable source that tells me Space Boyfriend and Sweetheart have long since parted ways. Why do you think the special mixtape is in the junkyard in the first place? It's because Space Boyfriend threw it away himself. Space Boyfriend threw away the special mixtape himself. Uh-oh, that's not good. But Space Boyfriend and Sweetheart aren't together anymore. How will we ever wake up Space Boyfriend now? The future of the once great coalition of space pirates is depending on us. That sounds like your problem, not mine. Wait just a second. How do we know you're not lying about all this? You could just be trying to get the special mixtape back. Well, I never. I may be rude and pretentious, but I'm not a liar. Like we trust you. I think we'll keep this special mixtape and see for ourselves. Now scram, you ugly plant creature. So you got him back with the racism. That's great. That's not good. Go bother someone else. Oh my, so rude. You'll pay for this, stupid boy. Mark my words. And then we never paid for it. It was totally free. Free mixtape. It was cardboard all along. Everything was cardboard. Come on, just everything I click on starts falling away. The world starts falling away like a piece of cardboard. Come on. No, okay, fine. I guess that would have been too cool. Alright, and where's the save point? Because I think John might be ready to hop on soon. Yeah, let's just start attacking. Why not? Actually, we'll annoy Aubrey. Oh, there's a wormhole. The wormhole opened up and it let someone else through. That's stupid. Can't believe they can call allies. That's stupid. It's supposed to be a man's one-on-one fight. Okay, looks like John is about ready to go. Alright, let's finish up this fight and get to a save then. Hopefully I don't die. Yeah, everyone attack the bunny. Hehehe. It was a moving attack. Got him. Oh, I like how it says like Aubrey's party's victorious because Aubrey's is the leader right now. That's nice. Is it over here? Pluto, come out wherever you are. Oh, that's the space pirate. Pluto, come out wherever you are. Why am I always that? You'd think as a massive One Piece fan, I would know how to do a piratey kind of voice. What the? Space pirate dude. Hold it right there. We finally found you, Pluto. There's no escape. Oh god. Oh no. My gigantic well-defined arms and legs are giving out. I can't let it end like this. I need to find a hiding place. Hey, you there. Huff, huff. Please, lend me your assistance. Alright, I don't have much time. You need a place to hide, huh? Maybe this massive crater. Aha, I got it. You can rest easy now. I got this all under control. What the? Okay, that should do it. Shit, they're coming. Quick, everyone act natural. That is so natural, dude. Just spinning in place. What's more natural than that? I don't even know what Cal's doing. Just zenning out. Hey, you kids, we're looking for a high profile and a very expensive rogue planet named Pluto. We're the pirates that don't know how to do the accent. He's a big circular grayish guy with a huge bulging muscles. Kind of hard to miss. Have you seen him? No, I can't say we have. Really? Yep, that's a good pirate voice. Well, that's life. Come on, dude, keep searching. We'll find him eventually. R and stuff. Okay, sir, coast is clear. I don't think that plant was necessary. Such quick thinking, I'm impressed. You have my total gratitude. What are your names, if I may ask? I'm Hero, and these are my friends Omori, Cal, and Omori. I see. Fine names for fine young people. My name is Pluto, and I'm a rogue planet. A vagabond, if you will. I do apologize for causing anyone so much trouble, but I feel that it is not my purpose to act as a mere yard decoration. I want freedom to roam the sky as I please, like the birds and the stars. If that makes of me a rogue planet, then so be it. They can call me what they please, so long as I'm free to do as I please. Wow. Hold on to your dream, Pluto. Someday you'll be a planet again, or you'll be better than a planet, whatever's best, I don't know. My soul yearns for freedom. You understand, don't you, children? No, we want to be, like, oppressed and stuff. Whoa, Kel, are you crying? Such raw emotion. I'm so touched. I could be so much stronger in battle now because of this emotion. That was Pluto. That was beautiful, Pluto. You said it, Kel. Wait, you too, Aubrey? Now, at long last, I'm finally free to follow my lifelong dream of running my own transportation company. I'm going to call it Pluto's Space Line. This realization has invigorated me, and since you have helped me in such a selfless way, I must return the favor. I am Pluto of Pluto Space Line now. Please pretend you have just arrived at a transportation station. Okay. Hello? Pluto? Greetings from Pluto Space Station! Space Line. That's what I meant. Where would you like to go today, young travelers? Yeah! Oh, is that too much? I should try to tone it down. Let's try this again. No, it's okay. We'd just like to go back to the campsite, please. So you want to go to the Otherworld campsite? My first request. How exciting! Oh no, here it comes. One ride to Otherworld campsite coming right up. I will let you down, young travelers. Leave the rest to me. Is everyone strapped in? Oh, yeah, pretty much. I think we're good. Wait, hold on, I'm not ready yet. For a second, I thought that was like the beeping of life support, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe whenever we start dying, we're just about to launch into space. Greetings about the space line. Where would your journey take you today? Let's go to Otherworld, yeah. So you'd like to go to Otherworld? Actually, no. You got it. Now just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Finally, a woman's party. Yeah, maybe I should get some representation and finally just have Aubrey be the leader all the time. Apparently the strongest. She can just knock everything out with her bat. All Omori can do is cut stuff. Comfortable environment and relaxing music. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. Says you. I can't even feel my arms anymore. I'll have to say, you did a great job holding on for dear life back there. You have the potential to be very strong. Let me teach you a skill that might be useful in the future. Oh, maybe Kel's gonna be stronger now. Repeat after me. When I flex, I feel my best! Now you try. When I flex, I feel my best. Well, that felt amazing. I'm pumped. I'm totally pumped. Yeah. Could use a little work. But nevertheless, you've definitely got the power within you. Take this lesson and use it well. Farewell, children. Until next time. He's in a coma again. Look at him go. Nice. All right. I've kept John waiting for a second, so let us save up, and we'll pick up Omori next time. Glad to finally be playing this again. I will be looking to pick this up over the next couple days. So whenever I get the chance, I will play more of this. I definitely want to see how this thing goes. It feels like I didn't get too much more to chew on as far as like deep lore stuff. So I'm gonna definitely want to get more into that. Apparently some of my theories were funny, so that's all you really need. Okay. Let's see. What if I just turned off the game here? How does that work? How do I do? That's not it. Can I just exit game? Perfect. All right. And now let's get John on here. Hello, John. Hello, I'm currently streaming, and now you're streaming. Isn't that cool? Yeah, you can probably look at it. Are you not subscribed to me on YouTube or something? That'd be pretty crazy. I'm just saying, I'd be kind of surprised. I'd be kind of angry. I'd be kind of furious. All right. And I think, yeah, that's what I was thinking about. So have you ever used, what's it called? I need to find it again. You've used it, the thing? Reactive? Okay, cool. Let's see if I can, did I have anything set up? I don't think I have a link for that. So if you can go to, it's reactive, I need to find it back. Reactive.fugi.tech. Oh, here, let me put on some music while we set this up. But yeah, if you go to that, and you should be able to get like a link for, or maybe, I think I can actually do that maybe. Hold on. Maybe it's all on my end. So maybe you don't need to do anything. Hold on. Okay. Now, how do I get this to work then? Sources. Okay. Then I can just copy your source and put it in my OBS. All right. And that will be... Sorry, I'm still figuring everything out. Okay. I know I'm so cringe, bro. Okay. On Discord reactive. And then I just okay there. And then I put in the URL there. And there we go. And then I'll just I'm working on it. Should be somewhere. Transform and flip horizontal. There we go. Wow. I drew the art for your icon, and you know how for art they say you always need a canvas flip because then it resets your brain, lets you see how imbalanced something you're working on is. And I clearly did not do that for your icon because it looks a lot worse when I flipped it. Yeah, I drew it in like 10 minutes, I think. Yeah. God, man, I just checked the chat and you're not coming through on stream. Great. I'm sorry. I need to get the audio for the Discord audio source needs to be adjusted every single time because it is based on like the name of the call that I'm in, so it doesn't recognize. All right, sorry about that, everyone. This whole conversation has just been me. Should be this here. Okay, now try talking.
Hello, it is me.
Yeah, okay. And
is there confirmation people can hear?
We can probably get that in a sec, but I also realized the music hasn't been going, so let's put that back up.
Oh, so embarrassing. I'm glad I'm not Ben
hey,
right now.
Yes, we're getting confirmation. You can be heard. You are real again.
So what I was saying is that Ben drew this icon for me, but we never intended it to have any longevity. I don't remember what the situation was, but the origin of the drawing is that when I bought the IRL Skullman helmet, and I came home from work and I had it. It had been delivered, so I immediately put it on and took a picture of myself. And that's why in the drawing I'm wearing like a button-up shirt. I don't wear button-up shirts, but I had just gotten back from work. So I was wearing this blue button-up, and that's what the drawing is. And I asked Ben to do the drawing in like 2 seconds, because we did not expect it to be used as like my avatar for every podcast I would be on.
I should probably just draw you a new one then, if that
would be. You can do that on stream.
Used. Ooh, okay, yeah, I could do that. Okay, and I just fixed another audio source because you were coming through double. So now it should all be fixed and everyone should be happy forever. All right.
I'm happy.
World hunger is officially over. All right, I'm pulling out my drawing tablet so I can just be doodling while we're talking. If we think of anything specific to draw, if anyone in the chat has any fun drawing prompts, I will take those into consideration.
I like that it's not a promise.
Well, I don't think I want to do like OCs and stuff. It feels like it's just people trying to get free art commissions in that way, when I just kind of want it to be more of a, we do Gartic Phone every week, and it's just like funny prompts that are just fun for everyone to look at.
Give me something that'll bring the laughs.
Yeah. But let's pull up a canvas then. And here we go. All right. But yeah, I'll start with see if we can draw you a better icon. What kind of what would you want to represent you though?
I think the image of me wearing the Skullman helmet is fine, because I also used Omori's art of the Skullman, like doing the similar thing.
Oh, okay.
I would just like maybe if the head was just drawn a little better. That sounds mean, but like
No, yeah. It just was not drawn at my best capacity. It's not a knock on my art skills, which are perfect otherwise.
I remember when like the NFT thing started, people would say, "What is your icon like an NFT?"
Oh
and
yeah.
Like, no. Yeah.
Wow, what a great
Which is
compliment.
the worst comp. That's the worst. You know, that, or is this AI, or like the new like worst art compliments.
If you want to insult someone's artwork, that's gonna hit them where it hurts.
Dude, I posted an like a little, I don't want to call it an AMV, but it was like a short. I took a heavy metal cover of the opening to the anime Attack Number 1 and put it over the actual opening because it's a 60s anime. So hearing a metal opening synced to the real opening is like, it's supposed to be like kind of funny. But someone was like, someone commented, "This is clearly AI," and I was like, "It's not. It's from the Animetal cover album 2012." And they were like, "Are you sure?" I double checked and I can't find the song anywhere. I'm pretty sure it's AI, and that like infuriated. I linked them the CD to prove it, but that made me furious. That's like the worst thing you can say to an artist is I think this is AI.
Yeah, it's not cool to just accuse that. Especially because it's getting so much harder to tell now, and I have to like, whenever even my art friends who like kind of generally can know the tells a bit better, come and say this is definitely AI. I'm going to argue about it on Twitter. I'm like, do you need to argue about it? What if it's not 100% sure to be
That's
AI?
the thing. That it's such a hard situation, and it's like I also think that people are not willing to admit AI is getting harder to track because they need to tell themselves, no, AI will always suck compared to, and it's like AI is like, the problem with AI is that like you consume art for the human emotion put into it.
Yeah.
Not everyone, but most, but like,
I mean, that's generally like what the point of true art is. Yeah.
I immediately remembered how many people watch bullshit reality shows and was like, well, I can't say everyone, but good people, good and honest people, you know? And so the problem with that, you know, that stuff, and it's like, I think more liberal about my feelings towards AI, where it's like, I don't care when people use AI for shitpost or like, even if when they're just like, hey, this is just like a placeholder, this is not for public consumption, I'm just using these as a placeholder. I don't care about that stuff. It's fine. I don't care. But like the finished product is like, you know, you want the human touch to it.
Yeah, it's important.
That's kind of like an important part. And so I think that AI, where it looks, you know, it's hard to tell if a person touched it. Now like it's especially hard with like still images. When you have stuff like storytelling, where there's so many components to storytelling, it's kind of, you know, you can kind of tell. But like when it's just a still image on your Twitter feed, that can be hard to tell. Sometimes you gotta look at it for a while. And I think that's an issue, is that people are so scared of AI that they're not willing to admit how powerful it's getting.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, there's plenty of very good and compelling arguments against AI, but saying it's bad is not hitting the point, right? You know, it's
right.
It's missing the forest for the trees.
Yeah, I do think that a lot of people just are sort of throwing it in as a buzzword, because like there's apps that use AI that are fine, like fucking Photoshop uses AI, but like. Yeah, it's not like AI generated. Yeah, generative
AI, I think, is I mean, I've seen people start to clarify that, so I think people are catching on that not all AI is bad. The AI that can be used as a tool, you know, like the AI computers and opponents in video games, you know, like that's all AI. It's just the application of it, and the application of generative images is kind of just mostly negative. So yeah, I can understand that.
Another positive use of AI, I had I didn't realize this. My phone had made like an AI generated playlist, and it's not AI generated songs, but it's like, hey, we noticed you've been listening to these types of songs, so we made a playlist of these are some artists you've never listened to, but we think you'd like. And I was going through it, and I was like, this is a good playlist. Like, oh yeah, this is what AI should be used for. Like.
Yeah, that I love that kind of stuff. Like YouTube Music is the one I use, which is because I'm weird. But I just put on like the my mix list, and it puts a whole bunch of new songs in front of me that have become my instant favorites. You know, so I really can't argue against stuff like that. I'm looking up reference for that skull man. If you have that particular image that you want me to kind of like recreate, if you could send it to me,
I mean, it's,
make it better.
I think it's. I mean, it's just the. Let's see.
Or unless you just kind of want me to go with anything else.
I mean, here's the image.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, for reference.
Cool. I'll use that. There we go.
I can't see the chat. Am I canceled for using AI?
We did get a long post from Glitch250. Let's see. It's so annoying that they throw around the word and everything. Game AI is like one of my favorite programming things ever, but I feel like I always got to go with, wait, it's not that AI. Yeah,
it's not that.
Yeah, we need to get past the point where all AI is bad. It's generative AI that you have a problem with. So I think so far no cancellation yet. We're safe for another 20 minutes.
I'll get there.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
All right. Now let's see if I can actually just make something that looks good.
I believe in you.
I can probably do it. The original image looks kind of wonky too. Now that I'm looking at it more.
I mean, so it is from a sketchbook. It is not like.
Oh yeah, like a kind of concept art.
It's like a pitch. It's from like the pitch proposal. You can even see like the other like the full body like sketches like behind it.
Oh yeah. So what if I kind of just like took it and made it my own a little bit? You know, let's. Because the open mouth, I think, is part of why it looks kind of weird. It's just like really awkward.
And then also in mine, I also have an open mouth, but I may have had an open mouth in the reference image.
No, I think I did the open mouth for you to recreate this reference image. So let's see if we can try to like make that a bit more natural looking, because nobody opens their mouths that wide unless they're doing something like.
Unless I'm scared.
In the middle of like an action pose or something. So,
Ghost Boy, you mentioned Scarl. So I've been interviewing people about the Cyborg 009 Hollywood movie that got canceled. And it seems like Scarl is an intentional like I had always assumed it was just like a mistranslation, but it seems like, based on what I've been told, Ishimori Pro doesn't want him to be called the Skull. I still haven't found out exactly why. I'm still like talking back and forth with Masayasu Takigawa, who was the former vice president of Ishimori Pro. I've been talking back and forth with him, and it kind of sucks because unlike on the American side where I could just like do a Zoom call with someone and get like every answer I needed, every question answered like in an hour. With this guy, he speaks English, which is great. We don't have to go through a translator. You can tell his English is rusty, but like I understand what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
But with this guy, I have to like basically I'm shooting messages back and forth, and because he's currently in Japan, our like he primarily answers his emails at like what is 9:30 in the morning, which I think is like right as he's like punching out for the day.
Oh, okay, yeah. The time difference makes it so that you can kind of only reply to each other once per day.
Yeah, we get one message back and forth a day. I was telling Hayden how like this is so annoying having to wait an entire day for each answer, but at the same time I have to be thankful that I'm getting answers at all.
Yeah, talking with someone who works on these kinds of productions directly is just like, how can you get a better resource than that?
Especially that he speaks English. Like,
yeah,
that worked out so well.
Yeah, so he was like a producer, because I read your prototype article or / video essay that you're going to be writing. And he is the producer on what was going to be a live action Kamen Rider thing, was it?
No, it was Cyborg 009.
Cyborg 009, yep. I'm in the middle of drawing, so my brain is only at half capacity.
That's fine.
I remember that. But Yeah, that's like it's fun to see all the behind the scenes stuff, especially coming from the producers, because it feels like, and it's always like guesswork, like, oh, what were the producers dealing with, what did the directors have to work with when they were trying to make these? So it's nice to just, it's cool to see that you have a direct source. That always makes one of these like informational videos more exciting to me.
Oh yeah. I'm so happy because I had made a video about it in 2018, but that video was almost entirely, speculation, because publicly they had said so little about it.
Yeah.
And so like it was really just like, all I really mentioned is that they had there was an article published that they were going to make that there were plans, that there were talks for a Cyborg 009 movie. Peter Chung had said publicly that he had done some art for it, and he posted that art, which I found out he probably wasn't supposed to post that art, but he still has it on his website, and he's had it on his website for like over 10 years. But when I talked to the producer, he was like, "Where did you get those?" And I was like, "They're just on the internet." And he's like, "I don't think those are supposed to be out there."
Oh no, you're gonna give it trouble now.
For 20 years later, I don't think anyone cared. You
don't know. What if they give him like a $20 pay cut or something?
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna come after Peter Chung. I think he's fine. It is funny because I was talking in the article. Should I qualify him as Peter Chung of Aeon Flux fame? And I think me and you and Chad were joking that I should call him Peter Chung of Rugrats fame.
Arguably more well known for that.
Or arguably more well known for his work on Rugrats. But it's funny because they actually, like, the next day announced Aeon Flux was coming out on Blu-ray, and it says, from creator Peter Chung, in parentheses, Rugrats.
Yeah. That's what everyone knows him for.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I don't know anything about Aeon Flux, so I'd be like, you're Mr. Rugrats.
Dude, Rugrats guy?
Yeah, I walk up to him on the street. Are you Mr. Rugrats? Are you the Rugrats guy? And he would say, yes, I am. And then
that's your iconic really Peter Chung, your Peter Chung impression.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, we all know how Peter Chung sounds, and I'm pretty sure that's
he did an interview with Rebel Taxi, and actually,
oh yeah,
he answered Rebel Taxi before the interview was like, send me any questions, and I actually sent him, can you ask Peter Chung about the Cyborg 009 movie, and he did talk about it a little bit. So
nice.
I'm including that stuff. I think you saw it. Yeah, I included, like, all he really mentioned was that, like, he was already familiar with the characters, because Peter Chung has fucking lived all over the world. Like, he's originally Korean. He lived in Japan for a bit. I think he lived in Japan for a bit, and he lived in, obviously he's grew up in America, or he's lived in America for years now. But like, he's done like a bunch of co-productions with Japanese studios. He worked on the Animatrix, which was a Japanese American co-production. Worked on some like Transformers stuff. He also, it's funny because in my article I talk about how this was an era where a lot of anime were being sort of developed for theaters, for movies.
Yeah.
I caught on that they used the term developing, which just means kind of like, we're kind of like, we got the property, like we got the rights in hand, and we're just like throwing out ideas. They call that developing. And that's the stage that a lot of anime movies that were like talked about, or you like I mentioned how we always heard the rumor there's going to be a Cowboy Bebop movie with Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah.
Those were always just in development, where they were just like throwing out ideas, and
so kind of just stuck in the stage of, do we really think this will make us money, and kind of just like,
there's so many things that you have to consider. It's more than just like, will this make us money? A lot of it is stupid. Like, there's so much stupid stuff. What was I gonna say? Was I talking about Peter Chung? Peter Chung said that he was familiar with the characters already. And funny enough, I talk about how this was the era where they were making all these claims they were going to adapt. They were like, oh, Cowboy Bebop's going to have a movie. Robotech was going to have a movie. Battle of the Planets, Voltron. They were saying all these, anime properties were going to get movies. Speed Racer got one.
Yeah.
Funny enough, Speed Racer actually got one. Peter Chung, when he was contacted about when he was contacted and commissioned to work on the Cyborg 009 movie, he was actually already working on 2 anime adaptations. He was actually working on a Wicked City movie that never got made, and then which Wicked City is it had an anime film in the 80s, but it's based on a novel by the author of Vampire Hunter D. So he was working on a Wicked City movie and the 2009 Astro Boy movie where Nicolas Cage is Dr. Tenma, which that one actually did come out.
Oh.
So it's funny, he was already working on 2 anime movies when they reached out to him about Cyborg 009.
I was gonna say something, but I totally forgot, so now I'm just...
Was it about Nicolas Cage playing Dr. Tenma?
No, it was probably before that. I mean, Nicolas Cage playing Dr. Tenma was pretty cool. What's the chat saying? Postboy, I remember that old vid. Excited to learn more. Like that canceled Gatchaman movie by the Astro Boy guys.
Yeah, Imaji. It looked neat. Like the leaked animation looked neat. And I'm honestly like, I got to give them credit for it because they were calling it Gatchaman as far as I remember. Recently there was stuff where it's like the Russo brothers are interested in doing a Battle of the Planets movie, and it's like no one wants to see a fucking Battle of the Planets movie.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. So
Battle of the Planets is the localized version of Gatchaman from the 70s, but
okay.
they change it so that instead of like so they changed it to make it so that they're in space because Star Wars was popular, even though in Gatchaman they're just traveling around the world fighting Galactor.
So kind of like a trend chasing version of it.
Yes. They also added in an original character who is a talking robot named 7Zark7. I'm not lying.
I know, it sounds really silly.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't want that version. And it's funny because when I was talking to FJ DeSanto, he was saying how like he got into anime through stuff like Battle of the Planets, but he was like, yeah, when I saw the original, so much better. When they're always, he always says like, yeah, and they're always slapping each other, so much better. It's like, I think everyone, even people who grew up with Battle of the Planets would rather see Gatchaman.
That's, wow, it's not looking good for that then. If even the people who grew up with it, even if the nostalgia goggles, can't break through it.
I gotta say, Speed Racer is like such a perfect like adaptation, like, and it helps that they didn't edit anything out of it. Like there's a couple edits for time, but they left in like all the violence, and like it's one of the very few anime from like a past generation that like it doesn't have any like I don't know the good way to put it, like there's no stigma behind it. Like,
oh yeah,
I like Robotech, but yes, there's a lot of stigma behind it, mostly because of the business practices of the company that produced it. But like, there's so much stigma and animosity around that series, and then like even stuff like Voltron gets like, memed on for changing so much. Everyone always, take him to the hospital planet.
Yeah.
And then Battle of the Planets is like heavily edited. Speed Racer is just so lucky that like a lot of people grew up loving it, and then you go back and it's one of those things where it's like you go back and it's exactly how you remembered it, and that I feel like that doesn't happen as much as you'd hope it.
Yeah, it feels like a coin flip whenever you're going back to a childhood favorite and being like, is that nostalgia or is it actually good? But yeah, Speed Racer, yeah, that was just like, I don't really know the source material. Funnily enough, I did have like a DVD that I rented as a kid, and I watched through like 50 episodes because I just kept going through the DVDs as a kid, and I was like, when does this stop? When do I hit the end of this episode list? So it must have been like a big collection of the episodes. And I don't remember anything of it. But even without remembering how well it adapted Speed Racer, it was just a fun movie. I think because of the fact that it knew anime is going to be inherently silly and it enjoyed that part of itself. It wasn't ashamed of it, which I think very few anime movies or any anime live action adaptations are willing to do. Like, I think that's kind of one of the reasons that people like the One Piece adaptation, even though it's kind of crappy in most ways, but people like it because it knows what it is and it performs to its strengths in that way.
That is something, and I think I've even touched on that a bit, where that is one of the benefits of the One Piece live action. Like, I watched an episode and it wasn't really for me, and like everything I saw later, it wasn't for me. But like I did at least feel like this is not made by people who feel like they are begrudgingly making a One Piece movie.
Yeah. It at the very least had that going for it, and plus there's other aspects, but I'm not too into those either. I mostly just appreciate for the fact of how weird it tries to be. Do you still want the collar shirt? I just kind of put that back on.
I haven't worn a collared shirt in so long.
I think it kind of gives it a unique identity rather than just being Skullman again.
Honestly, that's fair. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you know what? Do it. Do it.
All right, I'm doing it. I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of like polish this and, like render it later for you to make an icon out of. But I think this is a good base. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
Nice. Now you won't look quite as much like an NFT. It still might come across that way. You don't know. I'm not sure if stripes will be good. Well, we'll leave it there.
Oh no.
What's that?
You're not gonna like what it was just put in the chat.
What? Truth saying give him chest hair?
Underneath that.
Oh, I thought this was Shabes.
Yeah.
Do the art or me?
Because you have the raccoon icon.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot that we had that in common. Listen, I did know that Shapes was using a raccoon icon before I chose mine, but in my defense, I like raccoons more than he does. So really, what choice did I have?
That.
What do you mean you don't know about that?
I remember when you changed it to that, and he immediately called you out on it.
He did, but listen. Also, different design, okay? I'm actually thinking of redesigning it again. See if I can make like a... Because I've been... I'm not sure if I should say this, but I don't think it's like... I'm not under NDA or anything. I don't think he cares too much. But Skynex's art, I'm editing for him now. At least a couple videos. And he's just got a little guy who's a very similar shape to my raccoon guy. And he's just kind of like an ink blob creature. And I see his VTuber model, and it's just like so much more dynamic to watch because of the fact that it's moving around with him. So I'm wondering if maybe I should just try to copy that kind of design model and do the same thing, because it's just fun to watch a little creature bobbing around like that. Yeah, I think it is kind of an axolotl. I remember him describing it once as just an ink blob creature, but that's probably where it took inspiration from.
Very interesting.
Yeah, well, I just go crazy on the bandages. That's exactly right, Post. Let's see. Did anyone have any funny drawing suggestions? I don't think so.
That is an axolotl.
Yeah, again, it's probably what it's based on. I just remember when him describing his own creature was just an ink blob creature. He did not mention axolotl as far as I remember.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Nomali or Nomali, I don't know. Gave a very nice compliment saying, "I wish I could draw like that." Well, guess what? You can. You just have to work at it for 10 years. It's a pretty simple task. Postboy from Postboy Productions. I'm not familiar with Postboy Productions.
Are they the ones who made Vegeta's? Or no, that was Piccolo's shirt that said Postboy.
Oh yeah, great shirt by the way. Thank you, Postboy, for your service.
Yeah, we appreciate you keeping our man dressed.
All right. Well, unless we get any drawing suggestions, John, of course, you can always provide some, but I'll just kind of doodle what I want and what's on my mind, until others feed me interesting things to do.
Ben, watch any good anime recently?
No. No, I'm really I don't watch nearly as much anime as, well, especially not you, but as any other typical anime fan. Because I'm always either busy or I'm just like focused on other things, or my brain is gone completely dead and I just want to watch YouTube videos.
I've kind of fallen out of YouTube videos, but I don't think there's just there's not a lot of I get the craving for YouTube videos because I definitely had times where I was like, I kind of just want to hear someone talk about something weird and stupid.
Yeah, I really do like the I don't know, just like what hyperfixations of whatever. If it's tangentially like similar to my interests, I will love listening to that for hours.
I always think about what Kieran said, where when making content, remember, all people want to know is they clicked on your video because you're talking about a thing they like, and they want to hear how liking that thing makes them smart and cool.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's necessarily too derogatory of a way to put it. Like, yeah, it's everyone wants to think they're smart and cool for liking something because generally, unless it's something really stupid, then you should feel ashamed. But there's stuff to like in everything, I think. So, yeah, why not feel happy about it? Maybe I'm being too hippie-ish for you. I don't know.
Silly goose.
All right. Okay, so we do got some people. Fuko gets her diploma. Which Fuko?
Fuko Ibuki from Clanad.
Oh, because you guys are all watching Clanad.
You guys? It's just me and Chad.
Well, it was Nick who came into our chat here, asking for Fuko getting a diploma.
I did make a joke where I said Fuko taking a Rorschach test, and she says, a starfish. That's a starfish. A starfish. Another starfish. And then Truth replied, a starfish. A cute starfish. Another cute starfish. My dad beating my mom. Oh. Starfish.
Well, that one must have looked like very similar then. Otherwise, she would have thought it was a starfish. All right. So what does Fuko Clanad look?
She looks like this, but she's 26 years old. Oh, can I not post like an image in the chat? I guess not. Oh, I'll just send it to you.
I just looked up a reference. It's fine.
Here. She looks like this, and she's 26 years old.
All right, what'd you send me? What'd you send me? Yeah, you just show her a picture of her in its sandbox.
She is already mentally stunted to begin with, but then she's in a coma from like age 15 to age 25.
Okay, so she's not like an actual 25-year-old.
Biologically, yes.
In practice, she's not. Maybe on paper, but okay. So let's let her graduate then. Let's let her grow up a little bit.
Yeah, we keep, because the point we're at Clanad, Okazaki has a 5-year-old daughter, and we keep joking that her and Fuko are going to be in the same grade.
No, she's so smart at starfish biology that she managed to skip ahead.
She's really not. She just likes starfish a lot.
What if she likes him enough to get a marine biology degree.
You also, I was also going to say there's another more. I was going to say there's another more famous picture of the character. But if you search it, it might pull up a meme that has the N-word in it.
Oh, maybe I won't show that on stream just in case.
I will say though, it's a very popular meme. So
I remember that one. Okay, yeah, I remember it now.
It got an innocent man fired.
Oh no!
He just wanted to celebrate winning $32 in the lottery.
That'll get you. Winning $32. There we go. I think I'm getting her essence.
Draw her wearing the party hat.
All right. Well, I figured it would be kind of a graduation cap, but
she throws her graduation cap away and puts on the party hat.
Of course.
Yeah, I was so unsure of her age because like her putting on the party hat is like she's like, this is the happiest thing ever, and it's like she's like 15, really?
Yeah, I don't think get that excited over party hats anymore.
She's already like a little mentally stunted, I'd say.
Yeah.
But then being in a coma for 10 years hasn't helped.
Yeah, I feel like that doesn't do good stuff to the brain. I feel like being in a coma for that long is actually.
I guess you could argue she was astral projecting as a ghost, so she maybe maybe that counted as getting some stimulus.
Yeah, I think that probably would help a little bit. I don't know the scientific research behind it.
Truth has Clonite in his 3x3, so let's hear what Dealer Truth has to say. Does astral projecting yourself as a ghost mean that mentally you are of the age of consent, even though you've been in a coma since you were 15? I'd like a definite answer, by the way.
Yeah, none of this like probably, based on author intention. You can assume.
Go on, answer it.
Yeah, come on, answer it. Answer it, Truth, come on. I forgot to put these on separate layers. Dang.
Disappointed again.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is clearly not Shabes. This is clearly a completely different original character.
Yeah, come on, man. What is it? Oh, yeah, that's someone different. Dylan. It's calling me out for being Shabes, too. I'm not Shabes. The bandages.
You're Shabes when he gets hurt.
Hurt Shabes. Completely different variant.
Yeah, you're getting cooked in the chat.
No, chat, don't do this to me. Okay. There we go. And her face structure is I'm trying to exaggerate it, and I feel like I still.
Yeah, the key is what they're called. The group that makes those visual novels, and I remember thinking I always for the longest time thought the art style was inspired by Clamp because it always reminded me of Cardcaptor Sakura, but like a more extreme kind of version of it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was just that kind of comes from. The visual novel space, the art style just being a little bit less refined. But apparently the artist for Key said their biggest inspiration was Mitsuru Adachi, which I guess I can kind of see in how the mouth and nose are close together. And
Mitsuru Adachi, what's a visual reference for that?
Touch
anime. Let's pull it up real quick so we can have like a reference there. Like this manga cover. It looks like a manga cover at least. I don't know.
I can't see it.
I'm putting it up on my Clip Studio. You'll see it in a second.
Oh yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't
Looks-
it doesn't look quite as much like this style.
But if you look up Clamp,
Looking up Clamp though. Let's copy that over. Yeah, that looks a lot closer.
that's what I'm saying. I always thought it just looked like Clamp.
Yeah. Do you think they're stupid?
Obviously, you're more inspired by Clamp, you idiot.
Yeah, I think I know a little better than you. Okay, so now she's...
I think that the writing I can see in those visual novel, or it's visual novels, being more inspired by Adachi. I can see because they're all like high school visual novels, and in the case of Clannad, there is like a sports aspect of it, where the Okazaki is like a former member of the basketball team, and they even have to play sports throughout the show, like casually and stuff. Mm-hmm. So like I can see the Adachi influence there.
Yeah, story-wise.
But yeah, the art style just always reminded me of Clamp. I think Roger Smith was the first person to call me out and be like, I don't think they ever said Clamp was an influence. And I was like, I need to know for sure. And Mitsuru Adachi apparently.
Dang. Yeah, that's weird. Do you think they're just like they're like, okay, that's one of our influences, but we're not going to tell you the other one because we're too close.
Someone asked me. Someone asked in the chat, "Have you seen the Dezaki Clannad movie?" I have not because I'm about to finish After Story. I'm actually like 3 episodes away from finishing Clannad After Story, and I was told that the Dezaki movie actually gets into the After Story material, so I didn't want to be spoiled by way of the movie. So I was going to watch it after I finished After Story. Roger Smith. Oh, Roger Smith is a YouTuber. His icon is the guy from Wolf's Rain. I think it's the guy from Wolf's Rain. I forget that guy's name. The main character.
I don't know.
You don't know Wolf's Rain?
No,
are you not?
Are
you? Hold on. Are you not a furry?
Well, I didn't want to say it like this, but I don't think I am. I don't think I've.
But
I haven't renewed my membership in like 20 years.
It's Hige.
It's Hige. Well,
Hige from Wolf's Rain.
Now here's the real question about him.
Sure.
That character. Is he gay?
Holy shit!
Yeah, that was pretty good, right? That was pretty smart.
You got me questioning. Okay. Oh wait, it says here on the wiki that Hige means whiskers. Oh, that's embarrassing.
Man.
Hate when that happens.
Oh yeah, Hige means any facial hair.
Oh, that's right, because fucking Whitebeard is.
Because the whole One Piece thing, yeah. It's like Whitebeard ain't got a beard, but he's called Shirohige. So it just qualify. It counts everything. Japanese people don't know the nuances of facial hair.
Mm-hmm. And yet they have different words for when they're counting different items.
I just learned about that when you brought that up in the chat, or whoever brought it up. I don't know.
I brought it up. It was me.
Nice. Okay. There. Now, I'm pretty sure this is accurate to the after story of Clannad when she graduates as a marine biologist. All right.
I don't think she'd say hell.
No, hold on. Here we go. right. Let's go back to what other stuff I got. What other recommendations? Oh, I just saw Glitch's message. Got to make a frog version, a pirate version of my raccoon to make a complete NFT set.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I've got a draw Lofi suggestion.
My favorite.
And Tsubaki from Survey. You know what that?
Hold on, where is it?
It's in the YouTube comments from a while back, a little bit.
Oh, a while back. Okay.
No, just like,
draw Lofi, draw Tsubaki from
Survey.
Survamp? What is that?
I don't know. Also, I'm seeing just below that MVJ said manhwa seems more interesting these days.
Manhwa? I disagree.
I haven't seen any manhwa that have been super interesting, but then again, I've only read one of them and I was not impressed. But maybe that was too small of a sample size.
Yeah, no, I jumped in on a conversation that I was not a part of on Twitter, where someone was like, "Oh, it's funny how the solo leveling anime is doing way better in North America than it is in Korea or Japan. It's crazy that it's even its home country, the anime isn't doing so well." And I just jumped in to be like, "Well, solo leveling just isn't very good."
Wasn't necessary to say, but it's not exactly untrue. So
I don't want to be called I don't necessarily need to be called a hero. But.
Yeah, it's not very good, and I give it more of the benefit of the doubt than most. I would say, I'd say it's painfully average, which is
for
not
me
bad.
like. For me, I struggle getting invested in anything that's like we're in the world, but it's like a video game. Like,
yeah,
even like the Dot Hack anime. I've watched a couple of them. Like, I've seen all of Dot Hack Sign. Truth and I can fight forever about Dot Hack Sign. I know he really likes it. I that's fine. I understand why you'd like it. It's one of those things where it's like it's just not for me.
Yeah.
I love the soundtrack. I literally got through episodes of Dot Hack Sign because I was like, well, if they're gonna keep playing this song, I'm not turning the episode off.
Yeah, must be a really good soundtrack.
Hell yeah, it's Yuki Kaijura. Look it up sometime. Key to the Twilight kept me going. Yeah, that's not true. Don't believe John's lies. Well, I'm glazing the soundtrack.
Well, it's not true.
I sound like
don't believe you. I can't believe it.
Someone said I sound like Arlo. I know of him. I know he's like the puppet guy, but I've never seen one of his videos.
Do you sound like it's your voice? I don't hear that because I know Arlo's videos.
Okay.
And
maybe maybe it's because you know me IRL and like maybe just through the microphone.
It could be that. I've always seen your voice as just deeper in general. And well,
that's because you are familiar with me from before the surgery.
That's true. You did have that nose surgery. I don't know, but it feels like he puts on a voice to make it more like nasally for the puppet persona. He's just like, "Hi guys, I talk about Nintendo stuff, and I really," that kind of is the type of voice he puts on.
Do you want to know how I got these scars?
Yeah, and I really don't think the new Pokemon game is that exciting. But I'm gonna play it anyway because that's my job. But don't anyone really actually pay for it.
I know nothing about this guy, but I've gathered you don't like his videos.
That's not true. I'm just kind of mirroring the general sentiment towards Nintendo these days.
Okay.
I don't think that's specifically anything he's actually said. It's mostly just complaining about the prices, and then there's a lot of debate online about whether or not it's ethical to buy Nintendo products at this price, which is a conversation that I'm not jumping into anytime soon. Because I'm not going to buy any Nintendo stuff because I'm too poor.
Interesting. God, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so with solo leveling, so anything that's like with a video game I've never been able to like get into personally.
Yeah.
So watching the first episode of Solo Leveling, I was just like, yeah, this is like John repellent. Don't want to be near this. And then everything I've heard about it, like from people trying to sell it to me, has just made it sound worse. So like yeah, Solo Leveling does nothing for me. I know that in Japan it was weirdly controversial. They in the Japanese version they localized the names, which is really weird.
Yeah, I remember that. Jinwoo became, or yeah, what was it? I don't even remember anymore.
I'll pull it up, but yeah. Jinwoo is Shun Mizushino.
Shun? Yeah, that's just wow.
Yeah, they gave all the Korean characters Japanese names.
Like, I guess like the thing is, I don't know. Like, Japan like imports a lot of media, right? I mean, I know they watch American movies and stuff a lot. They know they must have some like media culture outside of this. Is it not a trend for them to just keep the original names of things? Do they always rename characters that they bring in from other countries?
I don't think they do.
Yeah, because I think like in general, like Japan finds the English language kind of cool and stylish to put on stuff. But maybe they just don't think the same for Korean names.
Yeah, there seems to be a bit of animosity between the two countries. Don't know where that came from.
We'll never know.
But yeah, they localized all of the Solo Leveling names, so it didn't do well in Japan. Apparently, it's done outstandingly well in North America. It is the most watched show on Crunchyroll.
I'm not surprised by that, but I am disappointed.
Well, another thing is that people also, I noticed some people didn't catch on that the reason why it's the most watched show on Crunchyroll is because it is a Crunchyroll exclusive. So like,
that helps, yeah.
So people are like, oh, but what about Naruto? They have Naruto on Crunchyroll. It's like, yeah, but they also have Naruto on fucking Hulu and I think possibly Netflix. So like,
yeah, so they'll watch it elsewhere.
Its viewership is divided.
Also, it's kind of like it's just newer than Naruto and stuff. I mean, I remember Chad, our roommate, for anyone unawares, was kind of going on about like how nobody really watched Naruto from beginning to end without like just watching it as it aired and having their opinions extremely colored by that. And nobody revisited it because of Boruto. So it's just like, yeah, it's not like, it doesn't seem like it's one of those shows that's constantly revisited versus a very new show like Solo Leveling that'll get a lot more attention.
Yeah, especially with like, you know, that's another thing is that like, I think there's a lot of people who were fatigued by Naruto because not only is it one of the longest fucking anime ever. Mm-hmm. That's not true. I don't think it breaks the top 10, but you know,
but it's long in terms of like popular culture and all that good stuff.
Yeah, as far as shows we got over here,
yeah.
Because God knows it still hasn't cleared. It's never gonna. I mean, it's over now, so it can't ever clear Chibi Maruko-chan. But
I was hoping someday, but
I think Chibi Maruko-chan still has like at least 200 episodes on One Piece.
That sounds about right. I'm surprised it doesn't have more on One Piece, but I mean, One Piece.
Chibi Maruko-chan's only from the early '90s, so
okay.
It's from like I think it began '94. So
I'm looking that up now. Maruko-chan episodes. Okay, well, Google's not being very helpful because it says 142.
That was the original series from '91, I believe. But then after that finished, they went into production of the second Chibi Maruko-chan series, and that's the one that's been running. That's the one that's been running to today.
1495. That seems a bit closer. So 1495 versus One Piece, which I'm pretty sure is in the 1100s now. Over 1100 is all the Google summaries give. 1143. So I don't think it'll catch up unless Chibi Maruko-chan is canceled.
Well,
300 more episodes is still a lot. I mean, it'll probably get to that point, but probably not too much farther, hopefully. I guess we'll see.
One Piece is number 16 on this list.
Of longest running anime?
Yep.
Okay. It's probably a chunk lower for a number of manga chapters. Do you think? Because I know there's like series like Hajime no Ippo and stuff like that just went on forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, or like Golgo 13, where like the original creator isn't even alive anymore, but I think they're still making chapters.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see. I remember, I know you get mad at me for saying things like this, but it did bug me. I saw a thumbnail and it was like a video. It was like the longest running manga you'll never get to read, and the cover was Golgo 13, and it's like, well, yeah, not all of it is translated, but like you
can read some of it if you want.
Yeah, I don't know. It treated Golgo 13 like this super obscure thing, and it's like we've actually gotten like a decent amount of Golgo 13 stuff over here. It's like not like we got there was a series in like the 2010s that was 51 episodes, and that came over and was dubbed. The movies both came over. The first movie did get a dub in the 80s. That's the one the first, yeah, I think both movies, Queen Bee and I think the first one's just called Golgo 13, The Professional. That's the one that they reference in The Simpsons.
I thought you were going to say that's what they reference in Leon the Professional.
No, but like, and that's another thing. Like, it got referenced in The Simpsons. Like, it had a presence over here. I think it comes from the internet just not being as centralized, right?
Yeah.
So like, there's just like people who are like, I've never heard of this anime, and it's like, that's like a fairly well-known show.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't know much about it, and it's just like, yeah, I feel like a series has to be really big to break into what's considered pop culture these days, that just everyone knows of it. And Golgo 13 definitely doesn't fall into that. And so it's just like, yeah, I can kind of understand if you're wanting to make a clickbait title, if not everyone has heard of it because it hasn't broken into that more difficult barrier of mainstream, then yeah, you might just say it's likely you've never seen this. So make that an advertisement for your video.
You know what? I gotta say, they did end the Golgo 13 manga when the author died.
Oh, okay.
So it did end in 2021, but it is still the most what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, this is by volume count, so it has the most volumes. Do you think we should search by chapters instead?
Yeah, try searching by chapters. Because I don't know, like chapter length it is also varies a lot depending on publication, so it's hard to tell what to expect from that.
Okay, so when you go by chapter, well, I think this is a series with shorter chapters.
Yeah.
Because then number one is number one by like a massive margin. Because it's Little Rascal Kobo-chan. Yeah, I think this had shorter chapters because it has over 13,000 chapters.
Yeah, that seems like a lot.
And I think they're cheating a little bit. I think they're doing what Buckethead did to get the record for most albums produced, where he made a bunch of albums with 3 songs on them.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Second is Sazae-san with 6,477, and that seems more true and honest.
Yeah.
Underneath Sazae-san is Kochi Kame, which makes sense. It ran forever.
We're gonna see if I okay, I've got a sample from a Japanese distributor. So let's see how long a chapter is. We got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Your count.
5.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Wait. I mean, are these all considered separate chapters? It doesn't look like it because I see a big one here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 pages. So, I mean, maybe that's what chapter 1 is. It's hard to tell because
I was gonna say, not much background work, but I mean,
yeah, it's very simple. True.
Bleach doesn't got backgrounds either.
It does feel like the type of art that you could, you know, if you spent a full day on it, could just pump out one of those a day.
Tanbo's on this list.
Tanbo? I don't think I know that.
That's the golf manga about, and there's the anime, and it sounds like they. I don't think they used AI for the voice, but I think they modified the guy's voice digitally somehow.
Huh.
It's one of those. It was one of those anime from Amazon where they like dubbed it in South Africa.
Oh, okay, weird.
And then the clip is the guy being like, Tombo wants to go to the mainland to play golf.
Does he have like a deep voice? And was it like pitch shifted maybe?
It's let me find the clip. Hold on. Let me see if I can find you. I know that the ADR director for the Heavenly Delusion dub replied to my tweet and said that it definitely sounds like AI, but he was also like going on a anti-AI tirade at the time, so he may have just had like, you know, with the bull where its eyes go red.
Yeah, the confirmation bias and all that.
Yeah. I don't think it was an AI generated voice. I could believe that they modified the voice a little bit digitally. Mm-hmm. But I've actually heard a similar sounding voice in another one of those South African dubs, and that is just how that guy talks. But they may have like his cadence. Let me find the clip. Yeah.
In the meantime, again, any recommendations from the chat are welcome. I'll just start drawing my own thing in the meantime.
Here, I'll send this video to you on Discord.
Do it. Okay. And let's see. I'll
play it on stream.
Turn off the music and I'll pull it up. Let's
I'll take good care of her, I promise. Please let me do this.
So you wanted to step outside of the island?
Yes.
I can't hear it.
Well, you can't hear it, but the stream can.
Okay.
There's probably a better way to do this,
Tombo will need to be able to get by on her own eventually.
Huh.
If she stays here, she'll have everything she needs. Even if I die,
is it someone who just doesn't know English? It kind of just sounds like they're struggling to remember the phonetic sounds of how words are strung together.
So what I gathered was this dub was done in South Africa because there was another show called like the Dinner Date Detective. It was also an anime dub, and it had all the same voice acting in it, where it was like these weird cadences and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I looked up the cast. There wasn't a cast list for Tombo, so I couldn't find out who any of these people were. But Dinner Date Detective had a cast list, and I went through that, and I found a LinkedIn page that said the person worked at a sound studio in South Africa. I went through the next person I went through. They are a live action actress whose most notable role was they were in the live action Kite movie. If you don't know Kite, it's Yasuomi Umetsu anime, but there was a live action version of it. It's filmed in like the 2010s, and it was filmed in South Africa. So it's like, okay, South Africa is tying this together. I have to assume these dubs are made in South Africa.
Yeah, I guess so.
South Africans do speak English, but I suspect possibly the characters whose voices are modified maybe had accents and are desperately trying to hide their accents.
Yeah, that would make sense. Like the way it's... I'm going to go back and listen to it a little bit more.
But it might be that this island isn't her final destination. just like a butterfly making its way from one island to another. Maybe Tanbo ought to fly, too. A scarred wing is proof of making the effort to soar.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like, I almost like imagine in my head the actor who's not very familiar with English listening to someone with, with a traditional like American kind of dialect talking, and they're trying to talk right on top of it. They're trying to like say it as soon as it comes through the speakers so they can replicate it as closely as possible. Like, it sounds like a human talking, but a human talking in a way that they were never meant to talk. Something has to be there's something artificial about the process of it. That's the vibe I'm getting. Man. Yeah, that's I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Dylan with the stretching it to fit the mouth flaps. I definitely sense that they did that.
Oh yeah.
Where they just like stretch the audio file.
Oh, like they just took the rate stretch tool in their editor and made it match. Okay, I could see that. I always get so many tabs open when I'm streaming, and you spend time clearing it all out. Oh no, I didn't want to close that one. Now I gotta look it back up.
Oh no! I'm trying to find this dinner detective show. Oh, here it is. Okay. Nazutoki, what dinner? What the hell is that?
That's one reason I'll never get a mouse. They don't say things in English.
You can set it to, but...
No, it's too complicated.
My issue is that when you set it in English, there's a couple of choices they made with the localized titles I don't agree with. And you also have issues like, aim for the ace, all the entries are called ace wo nerae. But if you switch it to, the English names, it changes aim for the ace and aim for the ace second stage to, aim for the ace and aim for the ace second stage. But aim for the ace final stage never got a release over here. And so while aim for the ace and second stage are called aim for the ace and second stage, final stage is still called ace wo nerae because in their library it doesn't have a localized name.
Huh.
And then you also get other stupid things that annoy me, like calling Mospeeda Robotech the New Generation. It's like, no thank you. I would rather have it called Genesis Climber Mospeeda.
Well, that's already, that's got English words and stuff in it, so that makes sense.
Well, I mean, I think they actually call it, what is it? Like, it's actually Armored Genesis Mospeeda, but Genesis Climber is a sort of localized title.
Oh, okay.
But I would rather have it have the Mospeeda name on it than Robotech the New Generation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
same thing with Go Lion. I didn't it'll change it to Voltron, and it's like, but I didn't watch Voltron. I do consider Voltron a different show than Beast King Go Lion.
Did they make that many alterations? I mean, I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, Voltron is one of the most heaviest changes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, as I've always said, Return to the Hospital Planet.
Oh yeah, there's that. Sorry, I always get those mecha shows that confused.
Well, and with Voltron, it's interesting because in the original Japanese, it was very Christian, and I was thinking about how it's like, man, move over Evangelion, Beast King Go Lion. Like, I was posting screenshots of it when I was watching it, where they're like, after a battle, they're like, "This is excellent. Now let's go to church and pray."
Does that really happen? That's awesome.
Yes. It's very Christian because they're like coded like ancient knights, and so it has a very Western like aesthetic to it. And the main character, or not the main character, but the old man who like runs the castle that the lions deploy out of. His name is Ribel, which I found out they named him that because it rhymes with Bible. and it blew my mind finding out that in Voltron they named him Korin because it sounds like Quran.
Wow. Man, they're clever, those Japanese speaking folks.
Yeah, but Voltron is they like took episodes out of order. They edited a ton of stuff in Voltron. You know, because there's the character that dies. They couldn't show his funeral, so he goes to the hospital planet, and then around episode 41, his twin brother shows up, but they just changed that to that's him returning from the hospital planet. But then in Beast King Go Line, he dies. He dies at the end. So I don't know how they handle that.
The hospital planet.
Yeah, I don't know how they handled that because I haven't seen the end of Voltron. I've watched like a total of like 8 episodes of Voltron. Voltron also, Beast Can Go Lion, I was telling people were like, oh, Beast Can Go Lion, it's so dark. And I was like, it's probably not darker than the average anime where it's like, yeah, they kill people.
Yeah.
But I will say, there was some like cannibalism, and I was like, that actually does go like harder than I expected.
Okay, yeah.
Like where Prince Sincline, who if you only know Voltron characters, is Prince Lotor. Sincline like has these slaves, and he like makes them eat. He makes them suck on the bones of dead slaves, where he's like, haha, now suck on the bones of your brethren. And it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's okay. I can see why that would be dark.
I was like, okay, that is pretty fucked up. That is pretty weird.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't have many reference points for that kind of stuff, but the one I always kind of get kind of angry at people just saying the Pokemon Adventure manga, or Pokemon Special, as it's originally called. Whenever people advertise it and say, oh yeah, it's real, it's a little much darker than the original show, and Arbok gets cut in half, even though one that's on the chapter that's entirely meant to be super scary and different for that.
That's not the norm. And
also that Arbok survived because it was cut in half to make a point that it can regenerate its tail. So yeah, it's not a great like it's got a lot of selling points aside from that, and that's why I get mad at that kind of stuff where it misses the point even though they're on the right track, because I feel like giving it and arguing for it poorly will just make it harder to recommend. They also post Jinya getting skewered and the Unova gym leaders getting ultramanned.
Yeah, they get crucified, but like every Japanese hero gets crucified.
Yeah, that's inevitable. Come on. Skewering Zinnia. I haven't gotten as far as the as whatever Pokemon Special that is.
Zinnia is Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, but the manga portion of it, you don't know. They can do wild stuff with that. You don't know where it went. Oh man.
Ben, what anime are you excited about for this coming fall season?
Well, there's one anime that I like more than any other, and it's called Danganronpa. Not the anime, the game. That's my favorite anime.
Okay.
No, is there? I don't know any of the anime coming up. What's the anime that's coming up?
Well, I'm looking forward to a new season of Ranma.
That sounds pretty good. I caught like a couple episodes when you were watching it in the living room. It honestly did seem pretty fun.
I like it a lot. Big recommend. In fact, actually, Dandadan is ending this week. This Thursday.
Yeah, we'll watch the finale of that. We've been watching it week to week together. It's been pretty chill. It's been pretty fun. Why do I always draw characters like hunched over? It's like I want to show that they're serious about whatever they're talking about, so I'm just like they're leaning in, but now everyone just looks like they're hunched over.
There's also Tojima Tanzaburo wants to be a Kamen Rider. I don't like that it's being localized as wants to be a masked rider. They need to stop that.
But people don't know what a Kamen Rider is. What could that possibly mean?
That's perfect. Then we don't need to tell them. Then we don't need to confuse them by saying masked rider. Just treat Kamen Rider like it's a proper name.
Yeah, they should.
It's like on Hulu, it calls Shin Kamen Rider Shin Masked Rider, and it's like, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Especially when like there's so much, like, all the Blu-rays call it Kamen Rider. Like, all the Shout Factory and Discotheque releases call it Kamen Rider. The new Zetsu is being streamed by Toei on YouTube, which is perfect. They should have been doing that before. But it's obviously it's using the Kamen Rider branding, but like you still see Masked Rider show up in places, and it kind of brings a lot of baggage. I know that it's funny because like I feel like the legacy of Masked Rider, the 90s one with fucking Dex from Edenoi, has like its legacy is more well known than the show itself. I'd say, like more people know that there was a horrible adaptation of Kamen Rider Black RX that like squashed any potential of more Kamen Rider coming over than they know of the actual show. I mean, I don't even think it got played very much. I thought Masked Rider was a flop. Yeah, so to answer your first question, I love the Ranma reboot. I thought it was great. I love the first season. Excited to see where it goes. I've historically not been a fan of Hapasai, but like let's see this new adaptation and I'll give him a chance. Whenever I see the meme that's like characters designed by men and it's Mineta from My Hero and that's like characters designed by women and it's like characters that aren't sex perverts, I always like to be like characters designed by women and it's Hapasai from Ranma. The worst sex pervert of them all.
If there's any justice, she'd be jailed.
People also are very ready to say the author of Demon Slayer is a woman.
Yeah, that's not been confirmed.
It has not been confirmed, and people have already resigned it to fact. I understand the reasoning behind it, but I'm also saying you probably shouldn't just go out on a limb and
just assume
I am also like hell. I am not even comfortable saying the Lucky Man guy is the author of Death Note, which a lot of people are just like, oh yeah, it's absolutely him. And it's like, I agree, there's a lot of evidence, but like I am not ready to say that's him exactly just yet.
I've seen that. I don't think I've ever seen anyone claim it as absolute fact, but yeah. Anyone who
someone made a video where they did. I think maybe Super Eye Petrol or Totally Not Mark. One of them made a video where they basically said they went into Death Note, like exclusively thinking about how like, oh, the author is that guy, that Gamo something. Let me look up Lucky Man author. Hiroshi Gamo, is that his name? Ben,
you're not sure. I don't know.
It is Hiroshi Gamo. You were right, Ben.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm right.
But one of them made a video going in with like full on just saying, now we know that this guy made it, so this is how I think about it. And I was like, you can just be like really close to being sure.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't know about like I don't even remember the exact reasoning people have used for that being the same guy.
There's good ones. Like for starters, the storyboards that I forget is Obata the artist?
I know it's Oba and Obata, and I don't remember who's who.
I know, I get them mixed up too. The one that's the writer would draw storyboards of what he wanted the artist to draw, and they've seldom been shown to the public, but the ones that have, resemble the style of Lucky Man.
Oh yeah.
Toshio Okada, who is a manga and anime historian and also one of the founders of Gainax, he's the one that like I first saw put this theory forward, and he pointed out that Death Note doesn't feel like this person's first manga. That's like the first clue. It's like this feels like someone who's probably hiding their name because they've done other works, but they don't want people to have a connection to that work or to be thinking about it when they're reading Death Note.
Yeah.
So it feels like it's by someone who's made manga before. Another thing is obviously the, like I said, the storyboards. The storyboards look like his style.
Yeah.
Another thing, L's like hobby is, I think they say it's collecting teacups, and he's always drawing L obviously drinking tea, and that's like a common thing.
Yeah.
Hiroshi Gamo's hobby is collecting teacups, and when Lucky Man transforms, he puts a teacup on his forehead to transform.
Oh.
Another
thing, kind of like a hyperfixation kind of transferring over there.
That's like his hobby, yeah. Another thing, in the first chapter, the cram school Light goes to is called the Hiroshi Gamo Cram School. Why is there a reference to Lucky Man in the first chapter of Death Note?
Wasn't there a theory, it might be slightly getting off track, but that it was his uncle that did the Lucky Man manga? Because
that could...
their other manga, Bakuman, yeah. I read through all that, and in that, the main character is like he's making manga because he was inspired by his uncle who had a comedy manga and never managed to get to #1, and so he kind of inherited that desire from him.
That could be it too, and that's another thing is that they bring up with Bakuman is that the manga they make feels like a Lucky Man style. I've never read or watched Bakuman, so this is what I've heard, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but isn't the manga they make a similar thing to Lucky Man, where it's like a gag manga?
I mean, they make several manga through the course of it. They make a good one. It gets canceled for reasons beyond their control, and then their new editor convinces them to do a gag manga against their will, and they're like they're not wanting to do it, but the editor's just like, well, gag manga always kind of stick towards the middle. It's a pretty safe bet. So I don't know. I don't remember exactly how that manga went. They hardly ever show what they're actually drawing in these manga. So it's hard to know if that's easy to compare or not.
But I could also see it being a relative of Hiroshi Gamo.
Yeah.
And then, they obviously like incorporate the teacups because their uncle is obsessed with teacups. So yeah,
it's as kind of just like an homage to him then.
Yeah. But I think people also had the impression that the author of Death Note seemed older than someone who was new to Jump.
Yeah, that's true.
And then, like I said, people strongly, people don't have trouble believing that like Death Note was like their first like time writing a manga. Yeah. And there's also, and this is also speculation, but I kind of like lean into the conspiracy on this. I think I do believe the conspiracy that the Death Note pilot is a complete false flag to make you think that he isn't as good a writer as like he is, where he's like, oh yeah, look, I mean, I didn't get it right the first time I wrote this pilot and it was really weird, and Light was an 8th grader and he had a death eraser where he could bring people back to life, I had to work things out, but it feels like a complete false flag to trick people into thinking like that he was trying to work out the story when he really had it all already. That's
like a risky play though, is the thing. Like if I just had to go with my gut based on how much I know about the manga industry, which is not like, I'm not an expert on it, but that's one of the things I've paid more attention to than not. It feels like that's just like a huge risk factor, and more likely what the differences are solely because of the fact that it's a one-shot format and things need to be wrapped up much more simply, and can't have as much like ambiguity of themes in there. It's really just to judge how exciting you can make your story look at first glance, and
right,
it's a proof of concept in that way.
Chad even said like he wouldn't be surprised if this is like the story Jump wanted him to tell, and he was like, well, I'll tell you, I'll tell you, like, because a lot of the differences feel like things that like Jump's editorial staff would be like, do this, like Light being an 8th grader. That feels like something the Jump staff would be like, oh yeah, 8th grader, that's like the perfect age for a protagonist. But he obviously wanted to do someone who was older, 17, and then goes into college as it goes on. And then also the one shot like heavily focuses on the morality aspect of is it right? Is this wrong or right? Which the Death Note series, like Death Note, actual Death Note, does not spend a lot of time debating whether or not Kira is right or wrong.
Yeah,
they are
despite
very much like
popular consensus, it's not about whether or not it's moral.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is something I did pick up on when I first saw it in like high school either. It was only like on my third viewing that I really understood, oh, okay, this is actually the story it's trying to tell, is like how especially with the understanding of Japan's culture a bit more. And especially because America is now kind of getting into the same state where it's just like there's a lack of like excitement in our potential futures because we're just training to go into the workforce that will overwork and underpay us. And so essentially, even if you're at the top of that, especially if you're at the top of that food chain, like what options do you have? It's all just going to kind of be, your life is going to be boring. And that's kind of what the story is about, is just like what happens when you get too much power and too much boredom mixed together.
Yeah.
Because that's also what L's whole deal is, right? I mean, he's a detective that can solve pretty much any case, and he only takes this case because he finds it exciting. And they both fight, they both say they're fighting for justice, and so that's obviously why people get confused about it. But the unspoken story is that they're just fighting because they're bored. Yeah, I'm glad that Death Note like really holds up. The more the more media literate you are, and even the less media literate you are, that's like a skill all on its own that it's very hard to capture that.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the best entry level anime.
Absolutely.
I remember there was like someone who's friends with Mr. Beast was like, okay, I'm gonna watch my first anime. I'm going to watch the first 3 episodes of Death Note. It is a crime thriller with a supernatural twist. And I remember quote retweeting that with, okay, I'm going to watch my first normie television show. It is called Breaking Bad. It is a American crime drama by Vince Gilligan.
Yeah. With a druggy twist.
Yeah, with a drug-filled twist.
No, with the tweak of chemistry. How's that?
Ooh.
All right. Let's see. Dylan in the chat saying it gets better as the series goes on, but Hapisal doesn't quite work because he gets.
Haposai.
Sorry, I it's hard for me to read.
I know, especially when this is the first time you've ever seen that name.
Yeah, that's also true. Doesn't really work because he gets away with it with no consequences most of the time. Compare him to someone like Roshi.
Yeah. Haposai, for Ben, this is for Ben's sake. Haposai is the lecherous old man they introduce in Ranma. And everyone kind of hates the character. His whole thing is he steals women's underwear and puts it on his head and runs around with it. And he suffers no consequences.
Yeah, not like a comical slap on the head.
Yes, that's the thing is with Roshi, they beat the shit out of that old man.
Yeah, I can see how it's harder to enjoy that then.
I also have to say with Ranma, my impressions of it are a little twisted, maybe. With the older Ranma, I've only seen stuff dubbed, and it's a really bad dub. It's a dub I would not watch today. It would be a dub where I'd go, gotta switch to the subs, because unfortunately, it's a very early dub. Like 1992, I think they were dubbing it. And there's some older dubs that I'm surprised I go back to, and I think they're pretty good. But the Ranma dub does not do it for me, man. I think it's one of those dubs where it's especially worse because I think Ranma's voice is like male Ranma, specifically female Ranma. I remember liking, but male Ranma's voice was really bad until they switched his voice actor in like the very last DVD set. I'm sorry, I know it doesn't have seasons, so just the last DVD set. Yeah. They switched his voice, and hell yeah, finally. But also, it took you this long.
Yeah.
But I'm loving the remake, and I watched every episode of the first season, first subbed and then again dubbed, and I liked both. I actually loved both. I think the dub and sub are both great. The sub actually brings back a lot of the old actors, so you still have like what's his name? The guy that plays Usopp.
Like English?
No.
Oh. Sorry, I'm only happy. Like, I'm drawing, man. Give me a break. Don't call me out on stuff.
Yeah, who's the Japanese voice for Usopp?
I don't remember Japanese names as well.
Kappe Yamaguchi.
That's it.
Yeah, it's Kappe Yamaguchi as Ranma, and he's still really good. And then they got fucking Noriko Hidaka back.
Dude.
Yeah, so Japanese and English tracks, both really good. And I was so happy, Netflix, for their subtitles, when characters like crash into each other, the subtitles say glomp.
Perfect. That's the one thing I know, so they need to have it.
I was when I saw that Netflix had that in their subtitles, I was like, that's so cool. I would love for them to put this Ranma out on Blu-ray and to also keep the glomp in the subs.
That would be good.
If anyone doesn't know, glomp originates from Ranma.
It's historically important. I'm just chilling drawing Hajime Hinata.
I thought you were gonna say I'm chilling drawing Hajime no Ippo.
I mean, I could be doing that. I just don't feel like it. Huh. Yeah. You don't know much about Danganronpa, but that new game was announced for it. And I'm not sure how to take it personally, because I have hang-ups about like extending a series for the sake of cash grab. And that definitely seems like that's kind of what this is. At the same time, I have so much fun with these games, and it's already like I make sure I don't get offended by anything stupid they do, because that's just kind of how they're supposed to operate, and you need to take it on that level. So I'm like, maybe I can get past it being stupid for that reason, if that's the case. So I think I'm getting excited for it.
I think the issue is you haven't suffered enough.
Yeah, maybe I'll get there. Just like 3 or 4 more series that I love, just like being ruined forever. Ought to do it.
I remember you were acting like the One Piece live action was ruining One Piece, and it's like you were exaggerating.
I don't think it's ruining it, but it's not helping.
Yes, it is. It is. It did get more people to watch One Piece, the original.
You know what? I guess you're right. God, I hate that you're right about that, though. I don't like it. It's offensive to my sensibilities.
Someone in the chat asked, "Are either of you watching City the Animation?" I am not a fan.
Yeah, you just told me about that like a few hours ago.
Was that you? I couldn't remember if it was you or Chad.
Yeah. What did you say about that?
I said well, okay, so sorry if this is mean, but I said more like shitty the scatimation.
Oh yeah, because we immediately got off of the topic of what is the anime equivalent of a kusoge. But
It's a Yashigani. But yeah, I City the Animation is not for me. I am currently watching. I have been racist to City. Yes. Lasai. Yeah, I've been watching. Chad and I have been watching every KyoAni show because Chad didn't discover until his 30s that he loves KyoAni. And so we watched Chunibyo, which I had already seen, but he hadn't, and he loved it. So we were like, okay, the next thing we need to watch is Clannad, and that's why we're currently on Clannad After Story. But I've also been watching City the Animation because I'm watching like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, I'm watching like 11 currently airing anime. And City the Animation is one of them. And I do kind of regret picking it up because it's really just not for me. I feel like every episode might have one joke that I think is funny, but a lot of them just are complete, they're just stinkers for me. I like the joke where they're trying to name their band and they keep coming up with like insane sentences, like long, absurd sentences. And they look it up and it's like, there's already a band with that name. And then he goes, wait a minute, I got it. You were born on the day of the Bone Festival. And the Bone Festival is a very jovial time. We'll call our band Bon Jovi. I think that's a good joke.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
And it's like, it sucks that it's in a 28-minute episode of jokes I don't find funny.
Well, at least you appreciate the ones that are bangers.
I do appreciate I do appreciate it. And like I admit, like, the animation is very good. It visually looks very good. They've also incorporated stop motion in a way that was really good. That's really impressive. So it's like, on a technical level, it's a very good, anime, but the jokes just don't do it for me. And it's actually got me a little nervous because I haven't seen Nichijou, but it's always been talked up for me, and the clips I've seen of Nichijou looked really funny. Like, it kind of reminds me of an Azumanga Daioh, which I do like Azumanga Daioh. But now that I'm seeing City the Animation, which is by the same author, I'm like, oh no, what if I don't like Nichijou? But Chad and I know we'll eventually get there. We actually have a long list of KyoAni shows we need to watch because he had only seen Haruhi. So we did Chunibyo, which I had already seen, and now we're doing Clannad. We haven't seen, neither of us have seen the Violet Evergarden. It's another popular one. Same thing with Dragon Maid. I was thinking about getting into Dragon Maid just for the discourse. But, I just never got around to it.
Well,
it's interesting that the localization discourse with that canceled out the Lolicon discourse.
And I haven't,
because I
haven't kept up with any of that.
You haven't? That there's like a Lolicon character in Dragon Maid.
I guess I haven't. You brought up two topics that people were discoursing about, and that's what I mean.
They cancel out.
Wow.
I am watching a lot of shows this season. I do like, though. I like Ruri Rocks. However, I admit that a lot of the information is not being retained. I know there's a lot of anime that teach you about a hobby, but I've never had one where I can't retain as much information as Ruby Rocks or Ruri Rocks.
Dang.
It is about mineralogy. It is about rocks and shit. but it's all delivered by a beautiful woman with gigantic breasts, and I love watching it. But the amount I retain compared to something like Mana, which is about photography, or Yuru Camp, which is about camping, those are much more easier to retain information from than the mineralogy one. So that's my big complaint with Ruri Rocks. I'm also watching Dandadan, which is excellent. I think it's a great anime. I mean, what I think most people who are watching it know what it's about. It's fun. The Game Center Oomphy is kind of falling off. I forgot that's not what it's actually called. It's called
That's what you call it, yeah.
Cultural Exchange with a Game Center Girl. I liked it. I didn't start. So a lot of people. So most people started disliking it when they realized there was an age gap romance. I disliked it for better and more nuanced reasons. I disliked it because there stopped being. I thought that the age gap romance would lead to higher stakes drama, but it just leads to her rightfully spending less time pursuing an older man, which is like good.
Yeah,
but to do in real life.
It also just kind of feels like what's the show
like
doing at that point?
But it's also like, yeah, but then it's like, okay, but what's the show? Because my assumption was that she was going to continually fall more in love with him, and that was gonna, and it would just like break her heart when this guy's not gonna, he's not grooming her.
Yeah.
And I knew he was gonna have to be like, nah, it's not a thing, babe. To this 11-year-old. She's like 13. She's 13. And so I knew he was gonna have to be like, we're not in a relationship. Nope. And so my thing was that like, oh, she's gonna fall more and more in love with him, and then he's gonna turn her down, and it's gonna knock her down real hard. But it seems like she's just like making friends and realizing that, even if I'm not in a romantic relationship, I'm still happy because I have all these friends I made. And so now they're just like at the arcade playing video games. And we have 2 episodes left, and that's all that's left to do is kind of have the moment where he says, yeah, I'm not really into you because you're too young. And then she goes, that's okay, I have lots of friends now.
I guess that's something.
It's something, but it's not as high stakes or as interesting as I thought it could. I thought it had the potential to go to.
Yeah.
So it's fine. It's like I have it marked as fine. City of the Animation, I've already said how I feel. Yaiba has been great. Every time I literally like anytime I see someone complaining about like, oh, Demon Slayer is just like stupid like Jingle Keys animation, I'm like, watch Yaiba, because it does the fast-paced, really flashy animation, but it's like it's choreographed well, it's easy to follow, and I think it's like it looks so much better than Demon Slayer. I low-key, I hate the way Demon Slayer looks. I hate it visually. I hate it. We just watched the Mugen Train TV arc, and I hate the way that show looks.
I don't think that's too unpopular of an opinion. I think a lot of people realize that the latest style of like flashing effects and all that stuff is kind of just like visual noise more than anything.
Mm-hmm. Alex, the anime hero, asked, anyone watching the Nube reboot? Yeah, me and Deal or Truth, who is in the chat, is also watching it. So we're both watching Nube. I've seen the original 90s Nube, and I've gathered that the anime is like, the new one is going to incorporate stuff that was in the manga, but not in the old anime, which I think is the best way to, obviously that's why you do a new adaptation, right? I have noticed, and I've been pointing it out, that they are really toning things down, which was one of my concerns, was that like even the 90s anime had to tone things down, but the new one goes way too hard. I had a whole rant about Katsuya's episode, where in the original he stole money from a shrine to buy his sister a video game, but in the new one his sister wants a crepe, but he doesn't have money for it. So he like goes to a shrine and he finds the money on the ground in front of the shrine, because I guess they didn't want to show him actually rob the shrine. But it's like, and then he gets haunted by a yokai for stealing money. But like, that's not the same when the money just appears in front of him. Like,
yeah, that could be misconstrued as a blessing from the gods.
Yeah,
think about
that's
that.
what I'm saying. Yeah. So I really didn't like that change. And then I pointed out in episode, it's not the most recent episode, but they did the episode where Tamamo is the school nurse. And there is a there's like I see the GIF get posted all the time, where he's like the school nurse, and he has all the girls in the school in their underwear, where he's like checking them with a stethoscope, but they're all gathered around in their underwear. Yeah, they did not put that in the new anime. They did the scene, and everyone is fully clothed.
Man, can't believe they just destroyed the artistic integrity like that.
Nube gets wokeified.
I'm seeing from, was it Zhuge Liang? Sorry. Can you draw the Raffling Knight? I tried looking that up. Do you mean the Roaring Knight, like from Deltarune? Because I looked up Raffling Knight and I got Greg Knight. I don't think that's exactly what you were going for.
I'm the Greg Knight.
Who is Greg Knight? Now I'm curious. Maybe like a Yelp reviewer is what I'm seeing. Okay, yeah, the Roaring Knight.
Yeah, the Roaring Knight.
Do you think I should draw Greg Knight as the Roaring Knight?
That'd be funny.
No, I probably should.
I'm looking at other anime I'm watching, and Shirley. I still prefer the original Isao Takahata one, obviously, but like, it's also I'll give it this, since in this version of Anne Shirley, the Isao Takahata adaptation covers what is the first 10 episodes of this adaptation, and I do think that those first 10 episodes of Anne Shirley felt a little rushed, and I didn't have as strong of an emotional connection when the big thing happens. No spoilies. I know it's from the 1900s, but I won't spoil Anne of Green Gables for anyone. When the big thing happens in episode 10 of the new show, it didn't have the impact as in the Isao Takahata show, where, you know, they had like 48 episodes building up to this. But the benefit of this new adaptation is that that old adaptation ended somewhat abruptly. It ends with Anne as a 17-year-old. She doesn't I don't think we ever saw her become a teacher. She doesn't get married or go away to college. So all that stuff is like, that's like the benefit of this adaptation, is we're finally getting to see that stuff, because I know this isn't a spoiler. I mean, it's kind of a spoiler. I know she marries Gilbert Blythe. I'm sorry if that's a big spoiler for anyone, but like,
saw it coming.
we never got to see that happen in the old show, and it seems like, I think that's going to be what the end of Aunt Shirley is. I think we're at least going to get to see her. There's like 2 new characters that like Marilla adopts 2 kids, and like that was never in the old show. So all the stuff with the 2 kids is interesting to see. Although one of them does bully an Oomphy quite severely. And there was no Crunchyroll did not put a warning like they did in front of Taco P.
Warning: Oomphy bullying.
Oomphy bullying. But so yeah, the stuff later in Anne, I think is I'm having more fun with once they got out of the Isao Takahata stuff, and I could kind of judge it more fairly, because I'm not constantly comparing it to the old show. I'm looking at other stuff. I already talked about Yaiba. Yaiba's just been fun to watch every week. I'm watching Witch Watch. That's kind of a tongue twister. I'm not a fan of Witch Watch. It's kind of falling into the City the Animation range, where it's like most of the jokes aren't hitting for me. Occasionally, they'll have it's kind of broken up like an American cartoon, where they'll have like 2 stories in an episode, sometimes 3.
Oh yeah.
And like sometimes they'll have a funny one that I'll enjoy, but more often than not, I'm not enjoying them, unfortunately. Which at first I liked the first episode. I even recommended it to Ben, because I was like, oh, I think this is going to be a good one. But It's kind of falling flat most of the time.
Dang.
I'm a little bit behind on Witch Watch. I'm on episode 22, which I think 23 are out right now, so I'm like one or two behind. But the most recent one I watched had like, it was the same thing where it's like, oh, I mostly didn't like the episode, but there's a joke where the werewolf guy Kago is running a YouTube channel, and everyone just tells him his YouTube channel sucks because it's just him being like brooding and emo and just like talking at the camera. And everyone tells him like, he's like, oh, I get no subscribers, guys. And they're like, yeah, because your content sucks. And so Nico does a spell to turn him into a woman. And then he makes literally the exact same video and it blows up.
Wow.
Where he's just like, he's talking about, it's like, yeah, I'm just like so different. Like, I just don't wear designer brands because like I don't conform. And all the comments are like, you're amazing. Like,
That's good.
And it culminates in Nico turning all of them into girls to do collab videos, and they start to blow up. But then the werewolf guy transforms into his alter ego as a woman, and she immediately flashes her boobs at the camera and gets their account suspended.
Wow.
So that
one's a bit problematic. It feels like they should have learned the lesson that it's not right to pretend.
No,
you're
they
a
did
better
have to.
gender.
They had to make a video apologizing. So it's fine.
Okay.
So, and then it's funny because Witch Watch had an episode where it had the two stories, and I think one of them was the worst story they've ever had, and then the other one was the best one they ever had. So even though they reference Demon Slayer, there is also an in-universe equivalent of Demon Slayer that isn't Demon Slayer.
Okay.
And so one of the stories, I think it's episode 14, opens, and it's like 9 minutes of just an episode of that in-universe Demon Slayer. Which is like, the problem with it is, I like the idea, I like the concept. The problem is, their parody of Demon Slayer isn't funny enough to constitute doing it for 9 minutes and it still being funny.
Oh, I see.
Because it literally just feels like you're watching a boring anime. And I genuinely was like, did I put on the wrong show? And I looked at Switch Watch and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess they're doing a thing. And yeah, after 9 minutes, they're like, oh, that was an episode of whatever Blades or whatever. And then the second story in that is about none of the main characters, and it is about their teacher, who is obsessed with this fan artist who she finds out is one of the students in her class, and it's about her encouraging her to move away from fan art to create her own original art. And she feels like she wants to motivate her because when she was in high school, it wasn't cool to draw anime and manga. And so she doesn't want her student to feel discouraged, and she wants to encourage her. And I was like, that's like the best story they've ever done. Yeah. And it's like, no, it's completely detached from the main story of Witch Watch.
Okay. Yeah. So I can see that that's a bit of an issue then.
Yeah.
If the best material of it is not relevant.
Also, the second opening is bad. Just gonna say, I first opening, I'm gonna say it's not one of my favorite openings, but I would say it's a very good opening. A very good opening for the show. I believe it's by the artist who did the first Oshi no Ko opening. Yaosobi? Is that how you say their name?
Oh, yeah, I think that's it. I used to really listen to the music all the time. I really got into them.
Yes, it is them. So they did the first opening, and it's a really good opening. And then the second one has them do a dance that is really cringy.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Ursh Cross, good to see you back. I did make a policy update on my streams because I don't want to dance around the issue, but I don't think I'll be making any more OC stuff. So I appreciate you stopping by, though.
Did someone ask you to do like a really embarrassing OC?
No, they're not embarrassing at all. I just don't want to focus on OC stuff because I want to encourage the idea that, oh, I'm just making funny drawings as I'm talking. I'm not specifically doing art requests just for the requestee. I'm doing art requests that are funny and silly and beneficial to the stream.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because like their stuff is just like Pokemon stuff. Like drawing Pokemon's fine, but I just don't want to specifically do OCs and stuff.
Gotcha. And yeah, the anime hero mentioned with the Slayers movies and OVAs, and I totally feel that because I remember when I was watching Slayers and I knew about the character Naga, and I was like, why is she in none of these? I always hear about this character Naga online. She's not in this fucking show. And then I found out she's only in the movies and OVAs. And so I was like, I guess these movies and OVAs got to be like the best Slayers thing ever if I'm only ever hearing about this character who's only in the movies and OVAs. And they're all kind of like, I would describe them as like less than spectacular. They're not incredibly memorable. The show is far better than the movies / OVAs, which is weird for a gag show. But yeah, there's an incredibly popular character who's only in the movies that are pretty bad. For comparison, imagine if Cooler was only in movies and filler scenes in the anime.
Whoa, that would never happen.
You know what? A better comparison? Naga is like the Garlic Jr. because everyone loves this character, and they have giant boobs, but they're only in the Dragon Ball Z movies.
Uh-huh. I'm drawing like a version of the Knight from Deltarune. I know you don't know like hardly anything about Deltarune, but the big bad's like is called the Roaring Knight, and everyone assumes it is going to be this reindeer character who's not even been shown on screen, but yet has like an unimaginable amount of fan art, just because like you know enough of her character to assume like she's some sort of like a teen girl who's like really cool and edgy, and so the assumption is that it's this character, and so now there's tons of fan art of her, and it's amazing just like how much of a like there's I think even Kieran said his favorite ship is this character and another character who hasn't been shown in the game yet, and so it's wild that there's so much good crap for these.
When you say dear, is this Noelle?
It's Noelle's sister.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised you knew that much. But yeah, this is December, and there's this amazing comic artist whose art is just like I'm gobsmacked by it, and it's by HB Heartbreak_1 on Twitter, and so I'm just I'm drawing their version of Death as the Knight.
I see. Broly is a better example. I was trying to think of a stupid character to compare them to, and that's why I said Cooler, but then I was like, damn it, I should have went with Garlic Jr. because Garlic Jr. is a funnier character. Yeah, sorry. I couldn't get the irony through because I was struggling to come up with the character. I fumbled the bit. I thought Garlic Jr. was Shigeru Chiba. Oh, is he? Oh, you said Akira Kamiya only voiced Garlic Jr. in the DBZ movie. Oh, so in the show is he Shigeru Chiba? Or am I just confusing him with Pilaf? Let me see. Garlic Jr. It says played by Shigeru Chiba. It sucks that the Dragon Ball fucking Convention needs to make their own Dragon Ball wiki that isn't a fandom wiki because they fucking crash my computer because there's so many ads.
God, fandoms suck so much. Like everyone knows not to use them, but it's like, what's the alternative? You know?
I was gonna say they've gotten worse. Like,
yeah. Just like I know, like I only know of like there's an alternate wiki for things like Dark Souls that I know of, but like you have to specifically know them because Google's always promoting fandom on their search results and stuff, you know. And that's the only way you're going to end up on fandom is because you're wanting to Google and find something.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I did look it up. Shigeru Chiba is Garlic Jr. in the filler arc. He voiced Nikki in the movie, but took over as Garlic because Akira Kamiya could not show up for the show. I'm surprised Akira Kamiya voiced Garlic Jr. Ben, for you, Akira Kamiya is Ryo Saiba in City Hunter, Kaniku Man, and Kenshiro in Fist of the North Star.
I know one of those.
Truth said, Bulbapedia is not fandom, but they are loused with ads anyway.
Dang. Yeah, I get more like it's kind of a shame because I don't actually use it much, but Wikipedia, I'm more and more like impressed by how much willpower they have to not take tons of money and have integrity in the information they display. Like they are like asking for donations all the time, but that's much better than advertisements, I think.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
I even donated to them once when I had money. Those bygone days.
Would you say these are our salad days slowly being eaten away?
I was like just about to say that. Were you thinking the same thing? Because like, man,
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I doubt I'm going to be able to do much better than this, but
it's looking good.
Yeah, and guess what? She's raffling. She is the raffle knight.
Oh yeah, and I was talking about anime from next season a bit ago, but oh no, I mentioned this. Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. Yeah, it looks interesting. I feel like they're the author who did this. What is their other work? I know they had another manga. Oh, Airmaster. It's the Airmaster guy.
I think I've heard of Airmaster. Is that the roller skating one?
No, Airmaster is a delinquent girl who is a gymnast, and so she fights doing flips and spins.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're thinking of Air Gear with roller skating.
Aha, that's what I was thinking of.
You silly fucking goose.
I'm so sorry.
Dylan asked if you can draw Nene from Bubblegum Crisis.
Ooh, I could probably do that. I did get this idea in my head of how I want to draw this thing real quick, but then I can do that.
Okay.
And then I think we can probably end it pretty soon. Maybe once I finish that Nene drawing.
Okay. Watch me whip, watch me Nene.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Whoa, AMC Theater has a Puchita popcorn bucket?
Ooh.
I'm also never going to call him Pochita. It's Puchita because he's a dog.
Yeah, I just got used to you saying that.
I know. Yeah, I know. Every time I say it, I get looks, and I'm like, he's Puchita because he's a little Poochie. He's a little Poochie dog. I can't get over that one comic book guy who put down Chainsaw Man, quote, because it had a Pokemon in it.
Yeah, like a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
And we were told he's just like, and he was recommended One Piece after that. Like, really, is that gonna help?
Yeah, imagine someone who is like low key racist and also like, but he doesn't realize it. But like when you hear his criticism, he hates manga. He's a comic book guy. He's an American comic book guy, and he hates manga. And his complaints are like, oh, they're eating noodles again, and it's like that's actually racist. Like he doesn't realize it. He just like eating noodles is not just like a story trope. It's like a cultural thing.
That's just so that's funny.
It is funny. And then he put down Chainsaw Man because it, quote, had a Pokemon in it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like a checklist of things that he doesn't like about it.
He's like, oh, they're gonna power up again. And it's like, yeah, there's no American superhero that powers up or have like cute animal sidekicks or eat stereotypical food of their region.
And
when Tyler described him to me as someone who doesn't realize that a lot of people who wear Superman shirts have never read a Superman comic, it kind of like it painted such a clear picture.
Yeah, nobody knows anything about Superman comics. Like, there's a huge misconception of why he's boring because of that. It's because, like, there's probably not that many Superman comics that, like, really do great with him, but I know there are at least a few. I've seen people talk about them. And it's just like...
I know that Goku's backstory is drawing from the 80s rendition, which is what the James Gunn Superman draws from, where Superman was sent to Earth intending to conquer it, but he became their savior. I know that's from a run in the 80s, and that was what Akira Toriyama took inspiration from.
I didn't know that was particularly from a comic, because I know a lot of people are complaining about that from the new Superman movie. It's like, I cannot believe Jor-El was a bad guy. Like,
yeah, I looked it up.
They named that as a flaw of the movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's from. I think the run is called Man of Steel. Not to be confused with the horrible movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Man of Steel is a 1986 comic book limited series. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, this is also the one. Okay, this is also the one where, when he arrives on Earth, he's sent in an artificial womb and birthed when he lands, because the author was like, Superman is American.
He needs to be born on American soil.
He needs to be born on American soil.
I mean, that makes sense, yeah. That's funny, actually.
I have not read any Mobius comics. I know Chad has. Chad has the there was one he used. I mean, when he got into Mobius stuff, because Chad is also an artist, but he is it the Inkle? Is that the Mobius? That's the one that I think that's the one he talked about. Let me look this up. Mobius Inkle? Is this it? Okay, yeah, I think this is either a story or a graphic novel. Yeah, I've never read Mobius, but I know Chad has, and he's talked about it at me. I will say he talked at me
Yeah.
about Mobius.
Okay, I think this is good to go. Almost.
I also know there's that Mobius story that that Nausicaa was heavily inspired by.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing something about that.
Scrolling through the chat trying to find the comic I was talking about, I found this Danganronpa image of who's the brown girl that forms a cult?
That is Angie.
Yeah, it's a picture of Angie that says, "What if instead of Hawk Tua, we went somewhere and talked to Tua?"
That's good. That's good.
Was it Tua the name of the god she
is.
worshipped?
Yeah. It is from what I remember, it's kind of racist that the localizers chose that name, but otherwise,
Is it a slur in Hawaiian or something?
I think it's just like an actual Hawaiian god, and Angie's whole shtick is that her religion's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. You've said where like in I think in Japanese she just says Kami-sama, right?
Yeah.
And they like assigned like the name of a real god to it.
Yeah.
That's funny. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? They need to stop.
Yeah, I really don't know. I think were they uncomfortable in any way with like the the whole atheism thing? I really don't get it. Because the rest of the cast say, "Oh, it's ridiculous to believe in God." So I don't know.
It was Arzach, or is it Arzak? But that is the manga I was thinking of that was an inspiration on Nausicaa. You can definitely see it just looking at images.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Miyazaki said that this was a manga that like sort of reinvigorated the manga industry when it was starting to sort of become a little stagnant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said that was just like the art. Mobius's art was a big inspiration for a lot of manga art, a lot of manga authors.
This is a fun song, but is not meant to go in the background of a stream.
Hold on.
Should be fine.
Okay, I had to turn on the audio for the stream to hear it, but yeah.
That'll do. Sorry, I spent a lot more time on this than I thought I would, but I wanted to get right.
Final volume of Fist of the North Star shipped, dude. I stopped collecting. I got up to the Rao fight. I am not a person who is. I don't dislike the later stuff. You know, honestly, I actually enjoy the stuff with Falco, partially because he has my name. Falco, Jocko, and that stuff before they get to Ashura. You know, like I think Sachi's okay. I like, you know, as a character. But I think a lot of the stuff with, I don't like Kaio as a villain. I don't like his stuff, and I don't really like Hyo either. So like the Ashura stuff doesn't do much for me. But I am not like one of those people who's like, Fist of the North Star ended with Rao, if you ask me. You can definitely sense they were getting like, you can definitely sense the fatigue setting in, but yeah, I don't dislike the later stuff that much. I don't dislike it as much as some people. And then also there's like I understand there's a whole arc. There's at least one arc after where the anime left off. Because I know someone who I now know did not watch or read all of Fist of the North Star, but would complain about Fist of the North Star 2 and say like, oh yeah, it's so stupid. Bart learns Hokuto Shinken even though he never trained, he just learned it from watching Kenshiro. And that is a gross exaggeration of what happens. He learns how to strike a single pressure point in order to save Rin. He does not fucking quote unquote learn Hokuto Shinken just by watching Ken. That is an exaggeration.
Yeah, but nobody should be able to learn any moves without a master, so
That's true.
you're in the wrong. Ever think of that?
You know, I'm used to being wrong, so it doesn't really faze me.
I'm drawing Nene, but what should Nene be doing?
Well, she should because she's a cop, she should probably be shooting poor people. I mean, she's with the AD police, so she just shoots robots, so that's fine, actually.
Okay, yeah, as long as she's shooting clankers, it's
She's shooting clankers, right? Yeah.
Alright, I'll never do that.
Okay, I'm gonna pee, but then I'll be like right back.
Sure. Oh. As for me, I have been having fun with this. It is nice to be able to draw with someone else to help talk, because I'm not. It takes a lot of my brain processing power to be able to draw at the same time. Like I can do a little bit and talk at a half decent level, but it's definitely not like I can't carry too many interesting any ideas to fruition. But yeah, I am liking like doing drawings like this on stream though. Maybe I can kind of just like make that a thing where I just have someone else, one of my friends, come on and just kind of like use that as an opportunity for them to talk about what they like talking about. And then I can just like, when I'm on my own, I can do games and stuff. That seems like a good balance. Because I know people are interested in seeing a blind playthrough of Omori, so that stuff's good, and I'll probably want to play similar games like that. And I just want to draw. Like that's a big reason why I'm doing solo streaming, because I'm usually on Good Time Zone. Don't know how many people here know me from that specifically. Could be a decent chunk, I don't know. But that's with my friends Kieran and Grant, and so I'm streaming with them. But the reason I want to do solo stream stuff is just so I can just kind of find a reason to do my own drawing. So, Good Time Zone, yes. Okay, so Glitch is here from Good Time Zone, it seems. Very fun. Kieran and Grant and Tyler, all a lot funnier than me, so I'd highly recommend checking them, and also more of me out there if you're interested in that. A lot of Dragon Ball games, a lot of Pokemon Infinite Fusions is our biggest channel there, but our biggest series there. Also Voices of the Void, that's really fun. It's like I'm not doing the episodes with them, but I played that game and it is such a fun like mixture of like a horror and like a kind of one of those job simulator type games with like alien horror stuff. It's so fun. I'm gonna make this gun like a sci-fi type gun, because then I don't have to draw it right, and then it's just like that's how it is in the future. It's brilliant. Yeah.
You really modernized her hair.
Oh, is it? I mean, it's a little off, but it's mostly there.
What image are you using for reference?
Here, I'll copy it onto my my board here. I guess it's a little flatter.
Yeah, it kind of. So okay, I'm gonna show you. These are fan art, but they look very good, and they came up when I searched your name. But
let me Okay.
This one isn't fan art.
Gotcha. I probably shouldn't put that on stream just in case, but I
she's
get
just showing her bra.
Yeah, but you never know. Ah, nice. We got a first-time chatter from a bot who's advertising some kind of scam.
Wait, what is it?
Well, you can get cheap viewers on streamboot.com.
What?
Yeah. I've always wanted cheap viewers, so now I know where to go. All right, I got to figure out how to. Okay, I can just like /ban anyone who says anything bad about Spongy Moss, because they're great, and I want to make sure they can advertise their space here. Wait, is that kind of some kind of symbol after Spongy Moss that I can't read? Spongy Moss R, I think. There's probably a better way to do that than just type /ban, so I'll have to figure that out at some point.
We're working on it.
Yep. Okay, so the hair is more like 80s anime. So it would go like this, and then up, and then... Wait, that's too big. Up. Something like that. And then bigger. I'll just transform tool it. There we go. And then have these puff out more.
What the hell is Common America?
Oh, that's an American comic that's I've only heard of it from one person who is not particularly fond of them, but also they're like extremely successful in the Kickstarter space, but they kind of just like, the way it was described to me by my comic friend is that it was they kind of like learned how to game the system by making their stuff political, and getting a lot of people to buy back their stuff because of that.
Interesting. I asked because this was their icon.
That's good. I'm good. Hold on. Put that on.
It's their it's their character as a Simpson.
Yep, that's pretty funny. I like that.
I'd seen the name before, but when I saw it, so they were actually talking about, you know, the Daily Hokuto no Ken Twitter posted an old toy of Kenshiro riding a jet ski.
Okay.
And they replied, recently reading the manga Fist of the North Star since it's been reprinted. I haven't reached this scene yet. And so I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. But then I look and that's their icon. And then I look and it's the official Common America Twitter account.
Man. Well,
Funny.
gotta say, they're pretty funny.
Pretty funny people. That's like a go-to Gardic phone is X character as a Simpson.
Oh, yeah, that'll be great. It's a good recommendation for a drawing. I don't know. I don't think I need the Clanker context here. It's I think it works on its own.
I like stop and I'll shoot.
Yeah.
Like, please stop. I'm going to shoot you.
Yeah, I was thinking of adding a second word bubble, but I think the joke works better as it's a bit of a thinker. There you go. I don't remember who requested that, but I hope you like it.
Someone is in this chat I'm in is watching Pokemon in Japanese, and they're posting a lot of screenshots, and it is making me realize how many episodes of early Pokemon have women being fawned over by shirtless guys in Speedos.
Hmm. That's interesting.
The episode with Hitmonchan has a scene like that.
Does it? I don't remember that.
Yeah, Jessie imagines herself. She's in a bikini, and then she's being served by a bunch of dudes in Speedos.
Yeah.
Maybe it got cut from the American version. I don't know. This also has a lot of those were written by Hideki Sonoda. It's also the one where Ash says he's going to teach Pikachu for the sake of tomorrow, #1.
I do remember that.
It's an epic Ashinojo reference.
Yeah, a great Hajime no Ippo reference.
Hajime no Ippo does the Dempsey roll!
Ah!
I do want to watch Ippo.
Oh, Glitch.
I feel like I'd like it.
That's a good tooltip, thank you, for how to ban people more quickly and efficiently. I'm always wanting to learn how to do that. Sorry, I interrupted, John.
No, I was just saying, like, I did want to check out Ippo. Especially after, like, it's so funny because, like, I'd seen the Ashinojo compilation movies, and I kind of just watched them and went, those are fine, I get the idea. Watching the series is a completely different feeling. Like,
yeah,
I think I rated the movies, like, I gave them both a 7. I think I like the second movie more, if just because I think it has the very ending. It adds a song. The Hey Joe, I remember Joe. And then I also like that. I think in the TV series they start zoomed in, and then it pulls back on Joe. But in the movie, it's like a pulled back shot, and it goes in. And then I think that's a better shot because at the end you see he's smiling, and they save that shot of him smiling for the end.
That's good. Smart. Yeah. Ashitano Joe is one of the few actual, like, historically relevant manga that I've read. It was really good. I read it all in like 2 weeks.
I won the first volume in a contest.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Was it?
That was crazy.
Before it was officially released or something?
Yes, I got a first copy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because TMS had a contest on their Twitter where they were like, "Tell us your favorite Ashitano Joe scene and why." And maybe Alex, the anime hero here, is probably me and him are probably the only people who sent in actual entries. But everyone just replied with the gif of him dying, which is not what they asked for.
Yeah. Also, that's just like such a normie take. Like, why would you, like, anyone who was selecting from that pool would probably say, we're just not going to select from that pool. It's like, we're not going to have posers in here.
Yeah,
we're not going to have tourists.
People just posting the meme. Like, I posted a scene and what I liked about it, and they were like, "Hey, you win!"
Yay! Well, I think we're about good here. I've been streaming for a while now, and did a good few drawings that I'm actually really proud of. I'm probably gonna just tweet these later so I can just share them elsewhere.
Cool.
Like the Nene one's funny. I like it. Where'd her text go? I like the Ruffling Knight. It's really basic, but overall it came together good. And I also think the Danganronpa one's funny. I don't know if anyone here cares about that one, but I do. But yeah, any parting thoughts? Any interesting ways to go out? Any explosions you want to set off before we go?
City the Animation, more like Shitty the Scatimation.
Wow, so fresh, and what a fresh and new take.
John wakes up to being horribly canceled online.
Yeah, you got on the ground floor. Share with your friends. We'll see more amazingly canceled takes later on, I'm sure. All right, I'll set up probably a schedule to stream too. Now that I'm unemployed to a degree, so keep an eye out for that, I guess. So you can follow my Twitter, and that's all I post art. I'll try to post more of the Gardic phone art that I do, because those are fun. And you should also go see John's channel if you haven't.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of this chat I'm seeing are people who are subscribed to me, but
yeah.
like if you're one of the people that aren't, then you know, everything you loved about this stream is there and more.
Exactly, and that's MercuyFalcon, and it's just John talking about anime, mostly retro mecha stuff. And it's all very well researched because John is just like his brain is a bottomless pit of Japanese names and who they're associated with. It's just literally insane to me.
It's not that much. It's just that Ben doesn't like Japanese names because he's racist, and whenever he sees anime characters eating noodles, he has to roll his eyes and close the book.
I also hate how every anime has like a Pikachu. It's like, come on.
Yes! Man. Oh my god, they always have a Pokemon.
Okay. I think that's a good place to end it. We got a couple of cancelable takes at the end there.
Hell yeah.
So thank you all for joining us. I really I'm surprised I ever get any viewers even with John's fans here. So thank you so much for stopping by. It makes this whole experience so much more fun.
Subscribe to Ben.
Subscribe for more or follow on Twitch, whichever you like. All right, goodbye.